imprisonment spell.
That's the point. There's myself, Bern. Oh boy.
What?
What?
Hello. You were talking, Karen.
Yes.
You are live, though.
Wonderful. Hello.
Yes, I was just about to go into gross and exacting detail about my trip to the loo. No, I
am here with Harlan.
Professional stream as always.
Yep, I am here with Harlan.
Hello.
Jamie.
Yo.
Simon.
Hello.
Sudz.
Run away.
Sam.
My wife is in prison somewhere. I want my dwarf back. Give
My
it
wife.
back.
And
Give it back.
Infernal.
My wife.
My wife.
And Dr. Infernal. Alright, Dr. Infernal. Oh, he is here.
I missed my push to talkie 4 times.
Alright. Your push talkie is comma, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice.
I pressed M, the right bracket, and the question mark.
Oh no. My steak is well done.
Oh no.
Okay then.
Whatever shall we do? Anyway. So yes, I am here with my players. Crabby D&D, as usual, on a Sunday. We are here for the Dawn Seekers. Ignore that map. You can't see it. Usual announcements. Thank Desnosa for all the artwork that's otherwise gone through and all the wonderful things that will be prepared for in the future. All of the tiles that you see here were done by her. Yes, they are all creatures that exist in the Monster Manual and all other and various other tomes. Yes, I know. She just recreated them because support your local artists. All the music and sound comes from Tabletop Audio. It's a free service. You can go and find it. It's a wonderful thing. And this is played on Tabletop Simulator, and I do the maps. You're welcome to commission them. I make maps. Anyway.
Charge money for these maps?
No.
Okay.
It's even better. They're free
Although
maps.
it's one of those we strongly suggest you make a donation.
If you want a map, and if you want a map, I will make you a map. If you want to pay me, you can pay me. I don't care. You can pay me what you think it's worth. If you have 50p, I'll take 50p. That's like half a Freddo. So,
Well, I mean,
Freddos have gone expensive, man.
yeah, it's so true.
Remember the bright times when they were only 20p?
Oh, I remember those. You go to campsites, you could just get like 5 of them for £1, and they'd be gone in an hour.
You'd have the tuck shop, and it'd be like, because it would be them. It would then be dip dabs and just cans of drinks. And cans of drinks that you technically weren't actually allowed to drink.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, as someone who doesn't drink and never has, then I generally don't know.
No, I mean I meant carbonated drinks like Coke.
Oh, yeah, I drink loads of that.
Yeah, so do I.
He says drinking one now. Anyway, it's 7-Up, but oh well. They're on offer. Don't judge me.
Crack open a cold one.
Nah, they're not cold. You kidding me? It's hot today. They've warmed up.
Oh,
by now.
it really is.
Alright, but anyway, enough about our suffering in real life. Let's get to our suffering in game.
Run away.
Yep. So,
No.
last session, my party of adventurers. Elsyan, Queglod, Sasha, Malcom, Bern, and Rook. After their interesting encounter with Elsyan's father, learning the truth and proceeding to head to Delmont, they spoke for an extensive amount of time about various matters that were at hand. The mind manipulation, the story behind everything Delmont had done, yet he was willing to be cooperative, something that the party wasn't entirely expecting. They were expecting a bloodbath and traps to go in and annihilate this individual and do what is right. That he would be a villain. Yet he wasn't. With this, the party was confused, and Elsyan had to make a choice on what he would do. The story had been told to him, and he was unsure on what would happen next. In that moment of need, he swore, blasphemed to Mask. More than enough to allow such an influenced power to send one of its own to meet with Elsyan. One that would bring downfall to the house of Delmon. With this, the party fought in the Nearthalid Prime, a creature of vast strength and power, but not anything too challenging that the party couldn't deal with, but enough to weaken them, and to make them realise that something else may be on the horizon. With this, Elsyan and Delman both realised that their mother was in danger, that Mask was otherwise using something to play his game in Adamanthia, and on returning through a transfer via plants via Malcolm's doing, they returned to a now smouldering flame, now beginning to billow flame across the roof of their tavern. The wizard tower where Abbot had been kept was destroyed, along with all that lied within. Over top and overhead, 200 feet up, was around there was a Nautiloid, a massive illithid ship, striking down and taking people from nearby areas. With Queglod and Bern acting quickly, they struck the ship enough to force it to flee. Elsyan, Delman and Sasha proceeded to intervene, going to protect the rest of their tavern folk at the front who were under attack by some fairly serious enemies. With this, the party did what they could, and proceeded to make their way towards Elsyan's mother, who may be in danger. Queglod carrying Elsyan, and with Bern on the back of a giant Felipe, they flew, before Elsyan sensed a presence, a heavy presence, one that lingered on his mind and spoke to him in a strange voice. He felt it, and otherwise taunted it, saying that it would die like many of the rest, and that it wouldn't win. With this, it mentioned that Sasha and Malcom and Rook were back at the tavern, and they were just ripe for the picking, to take them and to kill them. Elsyan shrugged it off, and challenged it in that instance, saying that it couldn't kill Sasha, but without even laying a scratch, a dent, or any form of damage to it. The creature took Sasha down, and forced Malcom into a state of fear and dread. With this, Sasha now captured, taken away in a glass orb it would seem, the rest of the party now panicking with what would happen next, and unsure of what to do, with most of them tapped out, completely empty on their tank of abilities and resources, and hit points for some of them. With Rook only being the real one, Elsyan wanted to retrieve Sasha, to any lengths. The guests and what they had around them did what they could to try and offer their help, but the party decided it wouldn't be enough, and so they took a long rest, proceeding to sleep through away the dangers of the night. With the creatures now gone, the city no longer under attack, and various matters now transpiring in the outside world, Bern sits at the edge of one of the windows looking out at the street below. The roofing otherwise damaged over top your tavern and nearby to your own rooms. Bern sits watching the outside world as Elsyan paces back and forth in his room, awake after a sleep but very much distressed, as a voice rang through. No heavy presence this time, just the voice. As it spoke to Elsyan, and Elsyan spoke back, telling it to leave or he would force it. It ended its little bit of conversation. We ended our session last time on the conversation of it saying, "Well, I have an offer to propose." With the offer made, you feel an instinctual sting in your mind as you reach up and grab the side of your head. Your pacing stopped, and you feel the terms there. You feel the answers mulling over in your head, trying to figure out what comes next, what you do next. So, what do you say?
I don't think I have much of a choice.
Very well. In such a case, I look forward to us meeting. I look forward to the challenge you'll bring in return for your wife. I hope you can put up as much of a fight as the other heroes of your world. Given that you are powerful folk, I hope you can at least show me what it'll be like when fighting against the final creatures in your stories.
How do I get to you?
You know the way. Yet, I feel as though you'll have to maybe think upon a falling star, a wish, perhaps.
Oh, how droll.
Well, I can't come to you.
Very well.
In such a case, I'll let you finish up your rest and wait for your friends. You feel the presence leave, and you're left to your thoughts as you stand there.
Elsyan stands there by the bedside cabinet, not bedside. I presume they've got a cabinet in their room. Yep. You know, the desk, which I presume where he does most of his
work,
inscribing into his book and
yeah,
spell work and stuff, and he just sort of rests his hands on it and letting out a roar of anger, throws everything onto the floor.
I would say, Bern, given you're up, you'd hear this. I'd say you'd also understand where it came from and the noise that was made.
Like where it came? Oh, you mean where it did?
Where it came from. You know that it came from where Elsyan's chambers, where he's sleeping, and it was otherwise a roar of anger.
I'll walk over. Is everything okay?
Everything's just fine.
Can I insight?
I will say, in this, Elsyan, is your door locked for the night?
I don't think Elsyan's left it locked.
Okay.
He doesn't know what's going on. He may need the party to come in and help him. He may need to quickly rush out. Unlocking it would take up time.
Okay.
It's unlocked.
In which case, you've otherwise looked inside, kind of peering in through the doorframe. You see Elsyan leaning over the desk, hands on the desk, otherwise kind of leaning against it. If you wish to, go ahead and make a deception check. If it's fairly blatant.
I think it's fairly blatant that, no, it's not fine.
Yeah. You can tell everything is not okay. You get the sense that he's either beating himself up about it, or that he deems himself at fault for what happened.
Yes.
Look, we'll get her back.
No, I know we'll get her back. That much I know for certain. But what much more than that? I don't think I can say.
What's this?
Pardon? What was that, Infernal?
I said, what's this about?
I cannot say. Oh, I wish I could.
I see. Well, do you know where they are, or how to get to them?
My wish will carry us through. I'll be able to take a few of us with us. We need to wait till the others are awake.
I see. You said I'd talk to you, right? Yesterday.
It did speak to me yesterday, yes.
What happened? What was mentioned?
Threatened Sasha. Threatened Sasha, Malcom, Rook, pretty much everyone in the tavern. Said it could easily kill them all. And you know what I said? You know what I said? Good luck killing Sasha. Because Sasha just doesn't die. Took that as a challenge. Bern, I don't do right responses. I do psychic bullshit and spells. And putting my
Well.
fucking foot in it.
At least for next time, you'll know not to do that then.
Oh, thanks for your wonderful advice.
No problem. Do you have any plan how we should do this?
We need to gather up some of our friends, not just the party. I don't think this should lead to any death, but it could do. And we go up there and put on a good we go there and put on a good show, I guess.
Guess we'll try our best then. Let's hope this thing that can kill Sasha is even beatable.
I don't know that it is, but I can't say much more.
Well,
You should
just relax and we'll wait for the rest.
relax. That's funny. That's funny. Sorry, don't mean to be glib. You should probably get some food, I guess. I don't actually know what it is that you eat. I presume you eat what, like, you do eat like the rest of us.
Yes, I do eat normal food.
Yes, thought so.
I eat human food.
I've been eating every day with
Yep.
you.
He
Okay.
eats human food. Very
Eats-
human.
How do you do, fellow humans?
How do you
Mr.
do,
Human
fellow living creatures?
Yes, I love doing human things.
Okay, sorry.
Like
I've got
drinking the water.
I have a Bern, I have a question. Are you still looking like a child?
No. I've healed
Okay.
up. Now it's my normal form.
What was that about? I was
Do you
very
remember the
confusing.
solar crests?
Rings a bell, yes.
That's where that came
Wonderful.
from. I was given them as a reward for beating the Prince of Blood.
Ah. So you can now turn into a child?
No, it's like a simulacrum.
Oh, of course. That makes sense.
It's similar, but it sits in my shadow and I can switch forms with it.
Well then.
It's currently not that strong, it just has spells. Haven't managed to get many weapons on it yet.
Fair enough.
That's
Fair
why I
enough.
did not want to go there last night.
No, that would have just gotten us all killed.
But now we're a little bit more prepared. Hopefully we can deal with that thing. Whatever it is.
Well, if you just leave me to my thoughts, then.
No problem,
Thanks for checking up on me.
of course. Wouldn't want you to do something not smart before we go there.
Would I do such a thing? Bern vaguely gestures around.
I just give you a look.
Elsyan says it with a very weak smile on his face.
Good one. I'll take my leave.
Heading back out, you continue watching the outside streets where soldiers now patrol, You can see individuals are travelling to and from, and you see a number of carts heading in particular directions, individuals who have been felled or injured, taking to various locations. At one point, you do hear the door kind of get knocked on, as everything is going on, as two guards, one goes to your guild, one goes to your tavern. You can hear from here downstairs that your tavern keep is otherwise goes ahead and speaks to them. Zuven Bruden Kill. As you otherwise speak to them, you kind of listen in from the upper floor, and you can hear that they seem to be looking for any injured, and they otherwise need places to put them. Zuven offers that since the guild has been recently added and the furniture hasn't been in place yet, he doesn't mind them placing injured individuals in your guild.
Hello, sorry, phone call.
That's fine. With this kind of being said, injured are taken in. The rest of you take your rest, proceeding to benefit from the hit points, but it doesn't help, as during the night each of you do experience not necessarily nightmares, but uncomfortableness, as you do feel very off about how the events transpired and what took place. Through all of this, Malcom, I would like you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. $21.
Okay.
Or is it 21? 22.
22. Through the night, as you're otherwise there, you feel almost lightly scared, put off by this. You feel almost these dreams begin to haunt your mind. You feel scared of the coming fight, and you know that if you and your party do clash with this beast, you believe you can't win. Yet you somehow manage to find the courage to think. And as you sit there thinking, otherwise mulling this over, you hear almost the words of your aunt beginning to set in. As you kind of feel the words of the people are what matter most. The life of a monarch is to lead, not to cower and hide behind the people. And in that moment you manage to pluck almost this mote of courage as you hold it there in your mind as the nightmares fade. You wake up not necessarily tired, not necessarily rejuvenated, but in a state of unknowing yet strange confidence. Whatever this creature is, Sasha is a friend, and your party needs you. Despite the thoughts of the previous day, it's well worth a shot fighting this thing. As each of you wake up one by one, heading downstairs to no breakfast at all. The tavern not in full swing, but you can hear individuals discussing outside. Each of your tavern individuals is otherwise gathered in the main area. And Zuven is otherwise giving them a prep talk as you all gather at the base of your living quarters and head into the main tavern. You can see that a lot of the guests, a lot of the people are sat there almost waiting expectantly. An area on the floor has been cleared where a teleportation circle has been drawn. From the previous day, it has been left. As they all kind of look around, almost, not necessarily expectantly, but some of them seem concerned and scared for your well-being. It's not hard to read their expressions. A lot of them, although they don't necessarily see you a lot, have grown accustomed to seeing your strange faces here and there, coming to and from the tavern, some friends of your own. Many who attended your wedding. Others, just the reception afterwards, given the dwarves. But they all almost look up to you. A number of the guards, similarly in same sort of position, watching as you all enter. Nervously looking around. You can see that Markov is otherwise sat there, kind of head against his forehead, rubbing the forehead and kind of the bits of moss away, as he seems to be in a bad state in the morning. Regan stands there, otherwise vigilant and ready, his shield and mace ready at his side, but he looks older than when you first met him. The efforts of what's taken place have otherwise injured him. You see Maverick is nowhere in sight, but you see that throughout the other individuals here, you note that Osbone has returned, as have Gree and Abbott. You look around and Nergriel sits there waiting, his halberd to one side, expectantly ready to go, sitting right next to where the teleportation circle is. And Osdric across the way, sat to one side, looks over at all of you before kind of looking away and quietly saying a prayer to himself. They all quieten down as you all enter, stepping into the main foyer area.
Sorry about that, mine's another.
Awesome. Well,
Loading symbol disappears above Bern. The speech that he'd just given over 10 minutes just passes in a second. No one understands what he says.
Well, let's go get our dwarf back.
Go ahead
you
and
can
roll
take-
me a charisma check with advantage, please, Elsyan.
I also want to know that Elton is definitely trying to put on a front of. Oh boy, double two!
For a total of a dirty 1, I believe.
Yes, the dirty one! Fucking, I can't fucking catch a. We can't flip the table! I'm tired! My dwarf has disappeared!
As you say that, let's
My
go
dwarf.
get our dwarf back.
Elton has a mental
There's
breakdown.
there's a moment where you say those words and everybody looks around, and what might have been a moment where they're all inspired by your courage and courageousness, a lot of them look away, almost ashamed and upset, knowing that it may not turn out as the best that it could. Given that some of them, even the more powerful ones within this room, collapsed at the presence of this creature.
Damn. Well.
Elsyan,
Mm-hmm.
do you have any idea of where we're going? Or what we should expect when we get there?
Not in the slightest, other than a powerful creature that may fuck our days up royally.
Okay. Standard then.
Standard stuff for us. No, we tend to know more. Actually, we're kind of good at that from time to time.
From time to time, it doesn't seem like we have
An option?
any real in to find any information.
No, we have no options.
That
We
being the
must
case,
go.
then I suppose we'll just get moving.
Mm.
Everyone,
Before
you're all
I
doing good
can
around
do-
here. Keep
Wait,
looking after the
Does
tavern
anyone-
for us.
Well,
Malcolm saw the fight, right?
I saw the end.
The end. Did you see what kind of powers he used?
It bit her. I'm pretty sure it bit her with his hand and then turned her into light.
Mhm.
That's all I saw, right?
Okay, well.
Okay. Well, I'm
Um,
not sure if this is gonna help, but I have 3 necrotic resistance scrolls or potions. I'm not sure if they're.
I've got one.
Who wants
just
to be?
I'll take
some-
one just in case.
I'll hand one to Malcolm. I'll use one myself.
does that work for you, Bern, with your shadow cohabiting friend?
Not sure.
It doesn't get the
don't-
benefit.
yeah, I
He's
don't
two
think he
separate
gets it.
creatures.
I.
Hmm.
Right. We can take 3 people with us.
Who wants the last one, Queglod or?
It doesn't do anything for me.
Okay. Well, Elsyan can have it then.
What's this? Sorry.
The
Roll
necrotic
necrotic resistance. Use it before we get there.
Actually, what is the? It's necrotic damage that Wish does, doesn't it?
Wish just does damage.
That's it.
I think
It
it's
doesn't.
just flat
You can't
damage.
negate it. You can't negate it.
You're right. You can't negate it.
Oh, if it says you can't negate it, then guess it doesn't matter. You take 1d10 necrotic damage per level of that spell. That damage can't be reduced or prevented in any way.
In any way. Yeah, fair.
In addition,
Fair
your
enough.
strength drops to 3 if it isn't 3 or lower already.
Well,
For
it's not
2d4
exactly a
days.
strength. Yeah. This will fuck me up.
Oh,
Guys.
man.
Elsyan sort of stands at the circle. We can take 3 more with us.
Only volunteers.
Before Malcolm does anything,
Mhm.
he would like to. He would like to cast Whisper of the Druids.
Cast what, sorry?
Whisper of the Druids.
Oh, okay.
And because only one person has this spell, it's only gonna be heard by one person.
Heard by 2.
Who?
Queen of the Barrenlands and the one in Golodon.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess he won't really understand what's going on, but she will.
I need to go back 2 minutes.
Right. Volunteers.
Oh, what?
Nagriel?
I was
We
going to say,
want.
so did you have your message ready, or did you want time to prepare it?
I'll prepare it and then.
Nagriel stands, otherwise picking up his halberd. You lot have all been good friends to me. You've lost one of your own. I feel I play no but greater part in this than a help here, but
We'll take any that we can.
we fought demons together. Devils, creatures, fiends. I'd gladly fight by your side, even if it would mean the end. He places his fist on his chest, kind of a Barrenlandic look, and nods to Malcom, nods to Rook, and steps forward. If you'll have me.
I'd love to.
Yes. Please.
Graciously accepted. Thank you.
Very nicely put as well.
Markov kind of looks up. I'll go with if you want me, but I can't guarantee how useful I'll be in these fights. That drink hit hard, and unfortunately I've tried to remove such effects, and it's unfortunately backfired.
Yes. It literally doesn't work.
It was worse than that. I thought I might be ready to help this fight, but if you'll
Can you
have me, I can try.
Can you still heal? Heal people?
I can try.
And you can be useful. Thank you.
He nods and otherwise kind of enters the circle as well.
Right then. Now where is my uncle?
Your uncle is with your mother currently.
Yeah. Hey Sasha, can you send us and
Oh God.
Elsyan just has that moment where he's just like, oh no. The dude's psychic, you'd think he'd be able to figure this shit out by now.
You hear from kind of not far across the room, you hear an abbot go, I can send a message to him if you'd like.
Please. I have a feeling this wish may take a moment for me to perform.
And you watch as he otherwise kind of lowers his head, lifts his hand, and you watch as there's a moment as he says a few words under his breath before he otherwise looks up. He's willing to attend if you want him for the fight.
I think I do.
He otherwise nods. You watch as he does the same motions again.
Mhm.
He's on his way. He'll be here in 10 minutes.
Excellent. So we've got 10 minutes till we leave.
I suppose so. You're certain you trust him with this, Elsyan?
I don't think he's going to backstab us. I'm definitely sure that he'll help to a suicidal degree.
Very well, then.
If last night was anything to go by.
If the worst comes to it, at least that's one loose end we'll tie up in it, regardless.
Probably.
Oh, I can pick who actually receives this, so it's just gonna be the queen.
It's just going to be the queen. Okay. What would you like to say? Your roster of Nagriel, Markov, and Delman have arrived. Or are arriving.
Because I can say anything within a minute, I don't have a
Word count. No.
word count, so I'm gonna say we must go and save Sasha from something horrible that took her. I don't know if we'll make it back from this thing, from this, from it. This thing seems stronger than anything else we have fought before. But it's something I must do, and I'm sorry if we don't.
Okay. How long's the casting time on that?
It's a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the 10 minutes, can Elsyan just quickly write a letter to
that's fine.
to his mother, just general gist of just saying goodbye, and so we didn't we might not get a chance to reconcile. We don't have a chance to reconcile, and saying goodbye to my father and apologizing profusely for Elsyan's own existence. Then I'm gonna hand it to Abod and just, if we're not back by tomorrow nightfall, just to be on the safe side, could you get this to my mother, please?
I'll do what I can.
Thank you.
He otherwise nods, and takes the letter. There's a moment as you're...
Would a bot be able to send a sending to my wife?
He doesn't know her, unfortunately.
I didn't think he would. Alright. Fair.
Well then.
Okay.
I think we're gonna make it out alive. I really, really hope we're gonna make it out alive. We might make. We're going to make. Let's just get on with it.
As you otherwise have the 10 minutes passing, Elsyan writing a letter. Malcom, there's a moment where you're kind of standing there waiting. You send the message kind of privately standing amongst your group. And as you are otherwise just standing there, taking in the moment, you feel a tug on kind of your sleeve.
I look to see who's tugging on my sleeve.
Okay. You see a white tiefling, Zenny. As she otherwise kind of tugs on your sleeve, the wild red hair otherwise kind of looking down, she goes into an almost a full-blown sudden hug. And you can kind of feel that she is crying underneath it. As with your perception, you're the only one who picks up her mutterings of, "You don't have to go. You could stay here."
I give her a hug back. I do. Sasha's a friend, and the only way this could possibly work into us to live is if we're all there. There, there really is no choice for me. I have to help them. If I don't, I'd regret it.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. That is 8.
She otherwise kind of clutches tighter and kind of begins to bury herself, and you do try to move, but she holds on. There's a moment when Rupert otherwise comes over, kind of placing his hand on her shoulder. She kind of lashes out as the large and otherwise imposing figure, yet gentle giant of Rupert seems almost powerless as he feels the same kind of dread of what comes next, as he tries to otherwise pry and peel Zenny off of you so that you can do what you need to do. There is a moment as you are all kind of standing there, Delman otherwise enters into the tavern, watching as Zenny is kind of peeled away from you, as she does proceed to get louder and kind of goes into thrashing, as she doesn't want you to leave. Delman wanders up towards where all of you are. I'm here.
You ready to go?
He looks around the room. Ready when you are.
Thank you, Uncle. I think if we survive this, we need to have a much more adult conversation than we had before about what needs to happen next. But we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
Hopefully with less fire than last night.
No. Hopefully so. Right then.
Okay,
Our party is ready?
you're all ready.
Nothing more to prepare.
Right then. Elsyan gestures for everyone to stand on the teleportation circle.
Okay.
I'm going to be using this as a conduit just to get us moving.
Just
Mhm.
before you do this, can I just this is completely not real. I mean, Sasha is in no way saying this, but just at this moment, I want Elsyan to hear in his head, just whatever you do, just don't die.
A bittersweet smile comes onto Elsyan's face. Right, what is the wording for this wish? It's a fairly simple one, isn't it?
Take me to your leader.
Yes.
Right then.
To the Emperor.
Take your leader to me.
I wish that myself and those standing upon this circle shall be taken to where Sasha is being held at this moment.
There's a pause as you say the wording and you watch as what looks to be an incantation and the magic almost dims and fades. Look around and nothing proceeds to happen. It's almost daunting. As Elsyan, you feel almost this drain of magic, like it didn't work. The frustration gets to you. And in that moment, you almost lash out, and as you do, you watch as your hand is cast across the air. You watch as this large blue ring appears around, emanating from the ground upwards, as you all feel this sudden surge in energy. Everybody is pushed back within the central chamber, as you feel the energy condense inwards, upwards, and then you're all gone.
Okay then. Do I need to roll my D100 now?
No, as you lesser cast plane shift.
Wonderful.
Without knowing it. Okay.
Well then.
And I'd also like you to make note of this as this does happen. 9 more pips appear along the edge of your book.
Noted. Let's see. Because I got 5 the other day.
5 the other day. It seems that it also reacts to when you cast Wish to cast lower level spells.
Noted.
And you get the
So
number equal to the 9th level spell, so you've got another 9 more.
nice.
So you should be on 14.
Yep.
By the looks of it, you're getting close to halfway there.
Oh, we're halfway there. Sit on a chair.
Gone delusional.
Alright. As you all feel the energy suddenly change in the air around you, the sudden surge of magic, almost godly and divine, something you were not prepared for. You feel the energy around you begin to coalesce as you enter into a dark location. The area around you going from your immediate sense of light to dark within the interior here. You look around and you see cavern walls almost wrapping around this place. You see a central pillar, brightly lit and almost like a golden hue. As you stand there looking at almost this obsidian and strange, almost dark blackish stone interior in this large ring that's set up. Above you can see what looks to be a pit that falls down to the top of this pedestal. And you see upon the large central column, one leg lifted up to a knee almost to his chest, the other one dangling. The 2 stumps on his arms there as he otherwise sits there waiting, a grin across the surface of his face. The exposed brain of this monstrous creature, as it sits there with this shimmering blue light around the exterior of it. And next to it you see a brightly glowing, bright blue orb in a slightly teal fashion, with what looks to be a collapsed Sasha inside, and large, almost rusted iron nails pierced through several parts of Sasha's body, held in stasis in the center of this sphere. You feel this as you each land on the hardened stone of the exterior, and as one of you takes a step forward, you feel the stone give way to almost a squishier interior. As you are in this chamber, a large stone interior with what looks to be that of a pulsing brain below the surface of the large column, yet it seems hardened and coated in this thin layer of almost a golden film, with the light that emanates from this central pillar. I would like you all to place yourselves within, given the nature of the teleportation circle, a 4x4 area of your choosing.
Okay. Any
And
preference, guys?
No, you put yours down and I'll chuck mine down.
Elsyan, you go first and we'll...
Well,
out off of the pillar.
yeah. Looking at it, I don't think it really matters too much. I'm going to say not on the brain.
Probably not.
Okay, so the 4x4 is currently being drawn like that, or with one back. I will say you can also choose where you wish to put these 3 as well.
Oh, I want Nagro next to me.
I'll take them. Bye.
I'm going to flip Delman over. He's dead already. Job done.
Bam, get wrecked, son.
Yeah.
In which case, I'm going to put him there, and Sasha there.
Give me back my dwarf.
The form stands, looking down. Good to see that you've all
Please.
arrived intact. I was wondering when you would show up. You watch as one of the right arm begins to split into the 2 large halves of the mouth, dripping with saliva and what looks to be dried blood caking the inside of some of the teeth.
Yep, that's the arm.
Yeah. Alright, don't touch that
None of
arm.
us have ever seen this.
None of you have ever seen this other than Malcom. As he otherwise says this, you watch as he stretches out the other arm as it splits into the other large maw.
Ugh.
I've been waiting for the Dawn's marshals to arrive to save the world. I was hoping to watch, but I guess now I get to test you all. See if you're worth your mettle. I look forward to you entertaining me this day to reclaim your fallen friend, as it otherwise turns, looking towards the orb. Shall we begin?
Can I interrupt it?
Do you wish
Can
to?
I interrupt it?
Fireball.
No, I'm not gonna fireball. I am going to pull out my spell scroll. Hold on. I need to pull up a spell real quick.
Spell scroll of Sunburst.
Yep.
Sunburst is the 8th level spell. You do not have to roll for it because you now have access to 8th level spells.
I need a 60-foot radius. I would like to move it to where it doesn't hit us.
There.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Pulling out the spell scroll, interrupting him. I would like everyone to roll for initiative, as this will be the this will be where the starting turn begins.
Sorry, guys, but I don't like this thing. I saw what it can do.
No, that's fine.
Do I roll now or do I roll later?
Roll later, because when you are freed, you will basically join the initiative, and then it will depend on where you are.
Also, important question: do I take damage from this?
No.
Okay, good.
No, you're in an extra dimensional space right now. You are unaffected by this sunburst. Do not worry. You are still, however, on 0 hit points and kept in stasis.
My thoughts exactly. I was just like, this is not good for me.
Yeah, cause I remember we had the conversation. You were like, "Oh, if I'm unconscious for so long, I'd come back on 1 hit point." And then while I was cycling the other day, I went, "Which means you'd immediately take the psychic damage from being conscious, and then fall stable again for the next 4 hours. So that means that you'd be in an eternal loop of stasis until freed."
Oh god, that's just terrible.
It's like Sasha's going, oh, fuck! Oh no.
Wakes up, goes back to sleep. Wakes up, goes back to sleep. Constant headache. It's wonderful.
The one thing I would like to do...
Almost as bad as being of Elsyan.
The one thing I would like to know if I could do this before, actually doing this is... am I able to warn Bern to close his eyes?
I'd say, given the instance of how it was cast trying to interrupt him, probably not.
Okay, just making sure.
Delman! Oh boy, you didn't get too bad. You didn't do too bad, Sonny Jim. Got yourself a nice +9, making that only a 15. Oh well.
You know what? Better than Elsyan.
Plague Lord got a 16. Decent rolls from people today. And Nagrio, got a natural 1. Oh man.
Nice.
Oh, Naggy boy.
He's
No.
got a total of -1.
Awesome.
Actually, no, total of 0, sorry.
I got a 13, and I'm going to be back in just 1 moment.
Yep, no
Strictly
worries.
before
So,
fight starts.
25 to 20, anyone? 20 to 15.
18.
15 to 10.
11.
13.
13. Okay, you're going at the same time as Queglod. You have higher dex, so you would go first. However, I do allow you to choose when the initial initiation goes, or initiative goes. So I'll let you decide and talk that over once it comes around to you and Queglod. And Elsyan. Elsyan. How much? 6. Okay. Man. For the first time in forever, the lair goes first.
No.
But no one got above a 20.
No, no one did. Not even the boss.
He was gonna start at Malcom.
Oh well. Guys, we're having to do a combat the proper way. I don't like this game anymore. I quit. No, I don't, obviously.
Did Bear get its turn if we're starting on Malcolm's turn?
Yes, it does. Actually, no, that's the point. It starts on
Yeah, we're
Malcolm's
starting
turn.
on Malcolm's turn.
No, that is a correct point. So in which case, yeah, it will begin now. So, you cast Sunburst, pulling out the scroll and pulling it up and pulling it upwards. I'll say this spends your action it takes your action to do so. As you pull the spell scroll upwards, it fades, burning into these small pieces of parchment. As the burst of energy shoots forward and explodes in a radiance of light around the interior of this space. Go ahead and roll me the damage for Sunburst, please. Does this create a persisting effect, or is this just
I will read the spell just to make
12d6 radiant damage and is blinded for 1 minute. It has no eyes, it's already blinded. However, it has a blind sight, so it's unaffected by advantage. Undead and oozes have disadvantage on the save. It's neither of those. A creature blinded by the spell makes con save at the end of each of its turns. The spells any darkness in the area that was created by a spell. So, okay, it's just the 12d6 radiant damage to start with. Okay.
Need to make a con save though.
20.
Because it would. It fails.
It uses the spell scroll DC, not yours.
I don't know what the spell scroll DC is.
I'm just checking that now, because I just remembered that's something that I actually need to tell you. Queglod, get ready, it'll be your turn in a moment. If that was you coming back.
It was indeed, yes.
Also, your mic's up.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, spell scrolls have separate DCs from the casters. That is something I keep forgetting exists. It is a 8th level spell, the DC is 18, so he succeeds.
So, takes half.
So he takes half. How much damage?
47.
47, halved to 23. He doesn't take as much damage as you would have hoped. As even though it seems that the radiant effect, otherwise bursting behind him with this kind of bright, brilliant radiance which swirls around the interior here, and otherwise reflecting off of the inside of the cave for but a moment before it otherwise dims and darkens once again, the burst of light as each of you shield your eyes. The damage didn't do as much as you would have hoped. There's no signs of injury on the exterior.
Okay, resistant to radiant.
That was
Alright then.
bright.
That was bright indeed. So that is your action.
Bonus action, Guardian of Nature, I suppose.
Okay. Bonus action, Guardian of Nature. You are now concentrating. Okay. You stay there.
I am staying right here.
Alright, Queglod, you are up.
Oh, I also
Fine.
say, sorry, I don't like you very much.
Alright. If we're going all out right out the gate, I am going to summon Big Felipe.
Alright. Alright. Just for a note on how tall this chamber is, it goes up about 60 feet. The column in the center is about 20 feet tall, but it's got a rough edge, so you can attempt to climb it. About 60 feet
Okay.
up, and then there's a hole in the center directly above this column, which leads to you don't know where.
Interesting.
Oh, Mr. Chris,
Mm-hmm.
just so you know, I do have the chains back on.
You have the chains back on? Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. Felipe is going to... Movement speed doesn't super matter because he's super fast.
Super fast. Big height. Much Felipe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I assume he's not walking, so I'll put him on a 10-foot pedestal.
Going, 10 feet up is good.
Yeah.
Should be sufficient for now.
Yeah, because if he flies too low to the ground, he's worrying about his walk speed, not his fly speed.
Yeah, which is lower than 100 feet per hour.
Yeah.
Okay, and then he's going to Eldritch Plume, which I did get your message, by the way. You sent it while I was in the middle of something, so I didn't reply at the time,
That's
and then
fine.
I never got around to it later.
Putting him 20
So
feet up
sorry
because
about
otherwise he won't be able to see the central platform on the
Fair
top of it.
Enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't copy these D20s. Could you give me one more, please?
Oh, yes. I'll also... Oh, you've already got the D10. Got it.
Thank you. Yeah, because I rolled one of these. I critted on one of these.
Ah, fair enough. Okay, so 4 attack rolls. Go ahead.
Well,
Yep, because we made the mistake. 17th level, remember? Your cantrips all went
Yep.
up. That's a crit as well. Oof, nasty.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what can you do?
Okay, what is the plus to hit?
The plus hit, because that's scaled as well, proficiency, is plus 15.
Plus 15, 22. Misses. As you watch
Okay.
as Felipe flies up, swinging forward with the feathers, each of them flying towards, you watch as 3 of them
Shit. That was
Otherwise,
23 before.
23. Good to know.
Plus
And
the
plus the modifiers. Yeah.
Sorry,
Well,
not 20.
if this one missed, it was 17.
Yes.
So
yeah,
17.
17 plus 15.
17
So
plus
32.
50. So 32. Okay. Doesn't do as much damage as you would have hoped.
Great. Where is it? It says
So that puts him down.
That's concerning because that's force damage.
So he's resistant to force.
and radiant.
As the feathers otherwise shoot forward, you watch as 3 of them dig in deeply. Another one hits what looks to be an outward shield of almost this psychic energy, which ricochets off, shooting and hitting a portion of the stone interior, where it doesn't explode. It hits the exterior and drains away. Okay.
Great. I don't like the sound of that.
Okay. That is Felipe done.
Mm-hmm.
What would Queglod like to do? Queglod, you have your fly speed at this point as well, because you have activated Nightmaker.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so I'm also going to do some moving.
Okay.
Doesn't seem
So,
smart us all being this grouped up.
casting out Big Felipe from Nightmaker as he flies outwards to perform the strikes, Queglod similarly following a same anti-clockwise direction before stopping at one particular point. Are you in the air at all?
Yeah, I will be. Well, how high would I have to be to see?
He's 20 feet up, but he's also on the edge, so he'll be easy to see.
Yeah. Okay. So I will be. Yeah, I'll be 10 feet up. And
It's made out of gold.
No, it's a light emanating from from what looks to be almost a light stone. Or the stone which is similar to the outside, but it seems to be emanating some form of light.
is it an action to call forth spirits from Nightmare?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. And within what range? Does it have to be close to me?
How close do they have to be within, you mean?
Yeah.
They can't do anything on their first turn, but they can be within 30 feet of you.
Okay.
Do I have a tile for Behold and Chronicle? I feel like I did at one point.
You
Use the
did.
alliance.
I have one for Behold.
Okay, I will summon him with an action.
Okay.
And then
And I have Chronicle. I'll rename this one to Chronicle as well.
I assume I can't summon them both with the same action.
With the nature of how it would be, you can
Especially
summon.
given there's different types of.
There's different types, yeah. So because one's technically a wraith and the other is a shade, they count as 2 separate creatures. So it would be, yeah, that. Otherwise, it would be you could summon up to your proficiency bonus.
Mm-hmm. So I will summon
Behold.
Behold.
Okay.
Put him there for now. He's kind of guarding Delman, but also not too much in the way. And bonus action. Well, light didn't seem to work. Force didn't seem to work. I'm going to cast X.
Okay.
And next turn we will test how necrotic works.
Was he resistant to radiant?
Resistant to radiant, resistant to force.
Yep. Seemed that way.
That's not great right out the gate.
Yeah, that's not very good.
No.
Okay. What
So-
check do I want to have disadvantage on?
Keep in mind something that I did discover, and I remember I discussed with you at one point. If he does cast spells, whatever his ability score modifier is, will affect his counterspell rolls if he has to roll for them. So keep that in mind if you wanted to use that to your advantage. If not, then...
What's this?
So if it gives disadvantage on ability checks around a particular score. Most of the time you choose Wisdom because that way it affects their passive perception and their perceptive ability to find people, or their dex so they can't stealth and run away. If it's a spellcaster, you choose their spellcasting ability modifier, and then it means they have disadvantage on counterspells. If they aren't casting an equal or higher level, making Hex superb when it comes to high level encounters.
Yeah. So this guy's
If he has counterspell or similar effects, hold on.
yeah. Well, that's an if, and then it's also if
That's if.
An argument could be made for intelligence, wisdom, or charisma, but as you said, perception is also maybe a thing that would be useful to counteract.
He does have blindsight though.
Yeah, but we don't know how far that goes.
So, same thing to note about blind sight. Your passive perception still relies on your blind sight. So if you have a passive perception of 30, then and you're blinded, you count as having -5 to that, and you fail automatic checks. But if you have blind sight, you ignore that. But if you still have a passive perception of 6, doesn't matter if you have 150 feet of blind sight. You still can't see something if it's stealth for 6 or higher.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's go for wisdom then. It's a safe bet. If I go intelligence or charisma, and that's not a thing that he uses, it's more wasted.
Okay.
So yes, he will have disadvantage on wisdom ability checks.
Ability checks. Saves. Or not saves. Good to know. Okay. He is hexed. With that, the shadows of the Raven Queen and the ravens begin to flow around and otherwise shifting across the Scion of Malduras here, as otherwise looks across the form, seeing all this taking place. Bern. It is your go. Elsyan, you will be up next, so keep that in mind. Let me get
I assume Queglod doesn't mind me being the one to find out if necrotic damage is working.
If you want to.
Go for it.
Just create initiative order.
Oh, okay.
Looking back up the other way. We have that. Then we have Rook. Then we have the lair. Okay. And you don't know where he is.
Okay. Let's see.
I have a feeling he's right here.
I have a feeling he's standing in front of us.
I don't know where what is. Oh, here.
And that right there is the lair. Up the top.
Okay. See.
Put Reagan up there.
Yeah,
Reagan just there.
Yeah.
Dead.
Reagan's the lair.
Reagan's the lair. So, Bern, what are you doing?
Yes. Might as well try. Gonna send my weapon out.
Okay.
So that is 2 attack rolls.
What are you sending out? Devastation?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make 2 attack rolls, please.
Oh.
Both hit. Good rolls.
I wish I rolled like that on the Prince of Blood with dust or level blade.
Why?
Alright.
You killed him
What
in
about
one
the
turn
crits?
anyways.
You'd kill him in 1 turn and then he'd just come back and help.
And it's 31 plus 14.
31 plus 14, 45.
Plus 16, sorry.
Plus 16. So, 46. Okay. You watch as each of them...
I will use conductive magic.
Conductive magic.
Yeah, conductive magic.
Okay.
Which grapples him.
Good to know. As you otherwise shoot out devastation as it otherwise swings around and begins to carve through, you watch as it carves across the surface of the shield, yet leaves a groove less like than what you would prefer to see. As it then swings back, going in for another strike, you watch as he doesn't flinch as it moves through the shield, leaving a cut across the surface of his chest, which then quickly covers itself. He doesn't take as much damage as you would have hoped.
I don't like this guy.
What the fuck is this?
What kind of damage was that?
You seem to get grappled.
That was...
As you otherwise reach out, kind of using the meta magic, the chain connects with him and holds in place. He is indeed grappled. Does he get a save on that, or is it just it happens? Because I believe it relies on the attack.
I hit.
Yeah.
If I just hit, it happens.
Yeah.
Then, if that is the case, I shall use Quicken Spell Major Rupture.
Okay. Go ahead. Oh, I need to roll a con save, correct?
Con save, yes.
That is a 23.
That means my DC got damage.
So he will take half damage.
But he does take 1 extra die damage. How much is the base one? It's 10d8, so it's 11d8. So that is 24 damage.
24 damage. Which does less than you would have hoped.
Okay.
As you watch as the slice where it takes place, the chain connects to it, and the necrotic damage pumps into it and splits it open. Yet no blood trickles out.
So into who?
Into the Scion.
Oh, okay.
Yet so far it's been resistant to necrotic, force, and radiant, and slashing damage.
Magical slashing damage.
Magical slashing damage.
Is it resistant or immune?
Resistant.
I mean, it looks like it's taken damage.
It looks like it's taken damage, but the damage seems to be leaving small nicks and marks compared to what you'd expect. Where a blade of this size would easily cut through, like, the hide of an elephant or a bear. It's leaving, like, a paper cut on him.
Magical slashing. Wonderful.
Okay.
Good luck, Rook.
Is that the end of your turn, Bern?
Yes, that is indeed the end of my turn.
Elsyan, it is now your turn.
Right then. Elsyan is going to stand there as he doesn't know what spell to cast. He's going to open up his book. And, nothing's working on him because he's the mask. Which would explain a lot. Book! See what you've got. 8th level spell slot into the book, please.
Okay. Hold up there. I've got to quickly look up 8th level spells. Roll me a d100. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, this is fun. I like this book. And you know what? If I can't be cocky in this situation, that is a 37? Yes, 37.
7.
Just the right way around.
So that is... Okay.
What spell?
I feel really sad for you. It's Dominate Monster.
Oh, for fuck's sake, okay, this guy obviously can't be charmed. Is there any way, anything I could do? Can I do an Arcana check to not have that spell? Can I play on your pity a bit?
You know what? No, actually, hold on. What's the... So the roll was what, 37?
37, yes.
Okay, in which case it will be between 2 spells because of the way the ratio works. So it would either be Earthquake or Dominate Monster.
Fuck me.
It's a big cave, isn't it?
It seems like a big cave, yeah.
You know what?
Keep in mind, this will affect the entire interior of this, making it difficult terrain. Each creature must make a con save.
Okay,
We're all
right.
flying, it's fine.
It's got a radius earthquake, yeah?
100-foot radius circle centered on a point that shakes the creatures. 60-foot radius on the opposite side of the cave missed you guys by, like, here.
Yeah.
So 100-foot radius will be...
You know what? Elsyan is going to be very disappointed and cast Dominate Monster.
Yeah.
Okay. It still has to make a save. It's not immune to charm. However, its wisdom save does make that 27 on a low roll.
Yeah, I'm not shocked.
Okay, good to know. Don't use wisdom.
I get the feeling this guy has above 30 in some stats.
Yes.
Probably.
Because, you know, it's a god.
Okay. As you otherwise extend your hand outwards to, with the spell kind of writing the hand across the book.
Something.
The book pages flick through, and you watch as this spell extends from your hand, and you watch as it strikes, and you watch as it's drawn in by the brain on the surface of the head, but it doesn't react as it looks around. It looks at you. Then stops. Doesn't seem to be affected.
Okay, so does this brain seem like it's under the ground, or
the brain on the ground is under the ground, yes.
it's under the ground, but we can sort of see it through it?
You can see it. It's almost like a glassy golden texture across the surface. Also add 8 more pips to your Yeah. Also, it's his brain that it went into, not into the one on the ground.
Cool.
Just for clarification.
Harlan just spamming the ping.
Spamming the ping. Yeah.
Another 8 pips.
Another 8
Wonderful.
pips. You are over
I can
halfway.
ascend this. I can ascend this.
Sasha isn't allowed to talk. Pinging is my only form of communication.
Fair enough. Okay. Do you wish to move or use the bonus action at all?
Can't find it. You know what? Let's scatter out just a bit. Bern is currently flying, isn't it?
Yes.
2, 3, 4,
25.
5. Yeah. Ooh. 5.
5.
There we go.
Okay.
Wonderful. Elsyan's gonna stand down. What if we go for the brain that's under the ground?
Okay.
That was what I was thinking.
Okay.
I mean, it would have been hit by
Earthquake.
sunburst.
Yeah, it would have been hit by the earthquake.
You know
No,
what?
but the sunburst that already went off. would
The
have hit it.
earthquake. No,
That
the
is
earthquake
correct.
would have fucked our entire
Yeah.
day up.
The
It
sunburst
would've
would
been
have
hit.
hit it. Yeah.
It would have been hit by the sunburst, but
Okay.
it didn't look like it actually got hit.
No, it didn't. It didn't look like
I mean,
it did.
there is that barrier of the rock in between it and the sunburst.
Yeah. So, that may have had an effect, you're not sure.
Uh,
Nagriel's going to run... now it's his turn, he's going to rush up here and he's going to look over. Shall I try? As he raises his halberd.
What's the worst that can happen?
Okay. He is going to spend one of his attacks on his action to try and hit the brain on the ground. Okay, he takes a swing, the halberd hits against the rock and ricochets off. Minimal damage. Maybe a chip or a nick with a magical weapon. And he otherwise gives it a kind of a quick look over. I'll say as his bonus action. You need proper digging tools to get through that.
Noted.
It's maybe a couple feet deep.
And focus on the mask.
Okay.
Fucking mask.
15, 20. He can't hit it.
I know.
Yeah, he moves around here. He can't hit it from this distance.
Yeah. How tall? How high up is this again?
20 foot high.
20 foot high. Cool.
Yeah, that's the end of his turn. There's nothing else he can do. He's gonna draw his shield and flail, actually, and switch from his halberd.
He's got a halberd. What if he jumped?
Harlan,
mean-
you're sounding incredibly desperate, my friend.
He is also standing. If he was still sat with his foot hanging off the edge, I'd allow it. But in this instance where he stood up because he was interrupted in his talk, it became a different setting.
Guys, okay, right. I know Elsyan sort of... This all started off by Elsyan mocking a god, but in the future, we shouldn't mock gods.
I'm not mocking a god. I just don't like him and
Yeah.
didn't want to hear his monologue.
Okay, it is now the Lair's turn.
Ooh, no.
Okay, Lair, what you gonna do? Alright, Reagan.
Alright,
Go,
Reagan.
Reagan,
What's
go.
Reagan gonna do?
Oh, it's Reagan's brain doing
It's
it.
Reagan's brain doing this. Yeah. So, I need to quickly see which one I want to use here.
On the material plane, they just randomly see Reagan light up from sunburst.
Oh god.
Just like sat in the tower. He's like, oh, what is this headache? Just sees like some light coming out of his ear.
Okay. It's sensing each of the individuals in the space around it. Yeah, it's going to do this on you, Malcolm. Go ahead and roll me a charisma saving throw, please.
Malcom out of everyone.
Don't worry, next time I won't be so stupid and Intellect Fortress will be cast.
It's probably most likely because I have a concentration spell going.
You could think that.
Probably.
Charisma 14.
Okay. You fail. You feel a sheer
course.
force of will holds you in place. Your movement speed is 0 until I say further.
Great. Okay.
Checks out.
You get
Until you
Yes.
say so.
Malcolm's
until I
just gonna
say
stand
until
here
I say
forever.
further. You get to make a saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
Well, looks like Malcolm's not becoming a dragon, guys. Yep. Malcolm's just.
Oh, right,
gonna stand here.
there is a plan with this.
Okay.
It's not a
That-
good one, but it's a plan.
Okay. At the end of the Lair's turn, he passive effect goes off. Okay. Elsyan,
Yes.
you take 5 points of damage. Malcom, you take 4 points of damage.
Why?
Because this is dealing damage to you equal to your intelligence modifier.
My big brain hurting.
Yep. Bern
Nice.
and Queglod, you take 2 points of damage. This is flat damage. Actually, no, this would be psychic damage, sorry. And Rook, you take 1 point of damage.
Ow.
Delman
Four?
seems to be unaffected, it seems.
I took 4 points.
You took 4 points because of your intelligence modifier, yes.
Mhm.
Plague Lord's intelligence modifier is 4 as well, so he takes 4 points
I
of
mean, I
damage.
guess I technically have to make a con save. Then.
Yes, unfortunately you do. And Nariel takes 1 point of damage.
I mean, we've established it doesn't really matter.
Because you get to reroll.
Passes.
Passes, you're fine. And Malcolm, if you'd also like to run me a concentration check. DC is 10.
Did.
Oh, okay, you're fine. Oh, that's why I heard 2 die. I was like, oh, Queglod. I was like, oh, Queglod re-rolled on a 1, and I was like, nope. Just 2 different people. Okay. So you maintain no concentration spells. End of the Let's Go. Rook.
Oh.
You otherwise
Nice.
stand there seeing the slightly almost squishy brain in front of you with this kind of thicker layer of almost this glassy crystal below, yet it still feels slightly spongy.
And this guy is how high?
20 higher. 20 feet high up, and currently standing on the ledge of this area.
Okay, right. As it stands, I can't reach him. Alright, fine. God's sake. I'm going to take a potion of growth,
Okay.
so I can reach him. Infantry.
Look.
Minus-
Look.
Minus 1 potion of growth. That's now down to 8. I have shares in potion of growth.
He's an addict.
Like no one wants that. I have got a problem. I do need to get help for this after all of this fighting's occurred.
In Elsyan's backstory, he
Um,
hates people who... He hates drug addicts because of backstory. Looks at Rook. It's not a drug, but it is a potion of growth.
You know what? In Elsyan's mind, they aren't distinct and different, but it's not an illegal drug, therefore it doesn't matter. The law is where Elsyan's morality lies.
Yep.
If they made murder legal tomorrow, he would be fine with it. Maybe commit a few himself.
Okay. I'm going to
Have.
head on over.
It's not
Okay.
murder, it was killing in self-defense.
I'm going to invoke the gauntlets while doing that.
Okay. Slamming your fists
Ah.
together, drawing the haft blade from the quick sheath, kind of pulling it upwards.
And I'm going to take... sorry, I'm going to use Action Surge too. I'm going to take 6 swings at him. The first one using Blazing Rune, each of them using 2 stars. And the first one that hits, I'm going to use Favoured Foe.
The nature of you hitting him, I'll say he does have half cover because you'll be trying to strike him when he's on top of the object, but you can still
Yeah,
try and hit him
because-
from here.
I don't think that counts though with my gauntlets, does it?
No, that is correct. So yeah, never mind, you would ignore the half cover. We remembered it.
Excellent. I know, for once. Oh my god.
Alright,
Right, so
go
I'll
ahead
just
and
make
make
6 rolls.
6 attacks, yeah. What's the plus to hit?
15.
Plus 15. Miss, hit. You're invoking the Blazing Rune.
Blazing Rune, yep, on
What
that.
saving throw is that?
and Blazing Rune is a strength.
Strength save.
See if little nerd boy can make a strength save. Probably can.
That is
He's
a
not a nerd
17.
boy.
Oh, it meets it.
So he does
Damn.
succeed.
Okay, alright, that's fine.
You also said favors on the first hit.
And favoured
Hmm?
foe.
He
And
also
favoured
had
foe
favoured
on...
foe.
Okay, so Blazing Root, so you've got your 2d6, you then got the next 2d6 from your Blazing thing, and then you got your favoured foe, which is a d4, which procs only on the first hit.
And then for each hit is 2 stars as well.
And each hit is 2 stars as well, so we will roll those separately. So this one hits on a 26, this one hits on a 25, and this one misses. So that is... So that would be 2 stars on each, you said.
Yep. Oh, and I'm big.
That is also true. So yeah, d4 on each of these. Oh man, the number of dice here is getting a bit
let's find out if he's immune to fire or resistant to fire.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
can give you the answer to that. Yes.
Actually, these need to be rolled in a particular way. If you go ahead and roll these first, I'm going to quickly align these because they need to be done per star because he could succeed against each of them independently.
I still need to roll this bottom
Yeah,
four.
go for it.
Or can I hover over it?
You can
I
hover
can.
over it.
Bam.
Rerolling ones on your weapon stuff only. Some good ones to reroll. Nice. Oh, that was a 3. Put that back on 3. Trying to... Is it control click? It is control click. Aha. Alright. That is a total of 41 plus what?
41. How many hits? That was 3, wasn't it?
3, yes.
So that would be plus 9 times 3, so 27?
27. So that is 68. Doesn't do as much damage as you would hope on all the damage types there.
Didn't think it would.
So that is 34 points of damage.
Asshole.
Still good damage though.
Fair. Okay, now the fire
And
one.
the fire ones, I need to make 6 saves, 1 for each.
Yep.
So this is a dex save, correct?
Aye, that it is.
Oh boy. What's the DC?
I am now quickly checking
Okay.
because I know it went up.
First
17.
19, 19, 21, 15. So that's 1 fail. Does he take half damage from these if he succeeds?
Save fire per meteor as an attack, as an action. Creature must make or must succeed a dex save or take. It doesn't say, it just says save or take, so I'm assuming.
And it doesn't
no,
say
it
they
takes
take
nothing.
half damage later on. A
No, it
success.
doesn't.
Okay, so in which case that is 2 fails and 4 successes.
Okay.
Highest
So,
highest he got out of that was a 22 on his save.
Which ones did he?
This one
Fail.
and
He
that
hailed
one, I believe.
this one and the one immediately after it.
What was it?
Yeah.
Ah.
No, sorry, it was these 2. Because
Okay.
he succeeded the first 3, then he failed 4 and 5.
So 8.
So 18 fire damage, halved to 9.
God damn it, he's immune to fire. Resistant to fire.
Okay.
Okay.
Just
so he's
assume any
resistant to
damage.
everything.
Okay. Just assume any damage he is resistant to.
I am
Just
now.
assume that.
Gonna turn out he's not resistant to like non-magical slashing damage, just to fuck with you guys.
Non-magical piercing damage done by a goblin.
His specific
On a
name
Thursday.
is listed as Noblin. On a Thursday.
It's not even just any goblin. It's just a very specific goblin.
Oh no, piercing
No,
damage.
see-
Piercing damage done by Noblin on a Thursday when he's using the syringe.
After 1
But
in the
this
afternoon.
does deal an infinite amount of damage in order to make up for the fact that he's immune to all. He's resistant
It
to
takes
literally
1 point of
everything
piercing, but it just can't be halved.
No. Here's the thing. It does a lot of damage because that's when he gets weekly jabs to like get the rest of his
It's his
resistances.
flu shot.
Yeah. Once a week to get his resistances, he gets a shot, and he's got to be unresistant for it. So
Okay.
jabs. So the jab works.
That is the end of your turn, Rook.
Yeah.
Okay. It is now his turn.
Ah, perfect.
As he otherwise stands there looking down, kind of looks back at the orb to his side. Looks like you've had your first little go at this all. As he is going, as you watch, as he otherwise leans forward, you watch as his form disappears. Before
He's grappled, if that changes anything.
the grapple fades when you cast a spell through your thing.
No, it just lands until the next turn, I think. Yeah, it just says weapon grapples target until the end of next turn. Target becomes the target of the next spell.
Oh, okay. So it does still grapple him.
Yeah, I think he's still good.
Okay. In which case... Oh, okay. Well, I guess he's attacking Rook twice with his more blades because they
Oh,
got...
This moment where we get a win, and then it's like, no, this gets much worse for you.
No, it's fine, because it means he can't hit Rook with his cranial splitter. Just means he's going to be making 2 more blade attacks against Rook, because... Actually, no! I got something better he can do!
I don't like the sound of that.
Look, we pray. Oh my God, do we pray?
You watch as he otherwise stands there, you watch as there's this shrieking sound inside of all of your heads. I would like... How many creatures does this target? 6. I
Is
would
this
like...
a spell question mark?
You don't
I'm
know.
on my save.
You don't know. Do you want to try and counterspell something? You
I
just...
mean,
You feel an effect taking place, but you don't know if it's him or if it's a spell. You don't know.
I'll try it. 3rd level.
Go ahead and roll me a d20 then.
You know what? I too would like to try and cast Counterspell.
Go ahead. What level?
3rd level.
Go ahead.
It's plus my spell modifier.
Spell ability modifier.
So that is a 22.
Yeah, that's a... It's a sad.
Okay.
It's a 12.
You cast your counterspells. The effect isn't a spell.
Oh,
That is both of your reactions gone, notably.
Noted.
As he does so, you watch as the area within this place begins to glow, almost this sudden pinkish tinge, coating the interior layer of here as each of you feel this slight, almost chill running down your spine and in your heads. As you feel strangely affected. This is going to target Elsyan, Bern, Malcom, Queglod, the Plague Lord, and Felipe. There is no save involved in this.
Oh, what?
Just know that whenever you cast spells, you guys are going to be taking damage.
Great, the only thing that I can do now.
Well, I was prepared
And-
for this outcome.
Okay.
And he targeted Behold with this as well.
Hold on. Let me get a marker for this.
Felipe, Dalman, Sudz, Blade Lord.
No, not Delman. He can't target Delman with this, unfortunately.
He can't target down
Sad-
with this.
No, he can't.
Blade Lord.
Psionic.
I mean,
Interesting.
he almost certainly would have done if he could, so I think it's fair for us to assume that.
There's something that Delman has done. You get the sense he doesn't know Delman's there. As he is moving around and kind of not making any subtle gestures, but each time an attack does come in, he does kind of subtly shift and move. He hasn't reacted at all to anything Delman has done. Granted, Delman's just landed. He hasn't had a chance to go yet, but he doesn't seem to have reacted to him whatsoever.
Interesting.
Okay. It is now the Plague Lord's turn.
It's a secretly
Fuck
dark
yes, drunk Darko.
Dalman's brain.
The Plague Lord doesn't get to do much. The spells aren't great.
Is that his turn?
That is his turn, yes. As he can't move, so he can't do anything
Let's
else.
go Rook again.
And... oh, okay. Fair enough. The Plague Lord is going to fly 40 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35... oh, he can't land in Sasha's space, and your blades aren't technically there. So he's going to land here, on the opposite side. As he flies over and lands behind the Plague Lord, he looks over at where Sasha's ball is, and looks at this thing. And Elsyan, you hear telepathically in your mind, would you prefer... is this a rescue mission, or are we trying to kill this thing? Actually, no, he can't fly. He's in Markov Thorn, because you're with NPCs who don't know who he is, so he can't do that.
Yep.
My apologies. So he's going to run 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's going to cast... he might as well... he's going to cast Acid Splash.
Oh my god!
He doesn't
Did
have...
say he wasn't.
He doesn't have good spells. He's got healing, but that's it. He's got... it's the best he's got. It's that, or he hits,
point
or
of
that, or
damage.
he hits Rook with Vitriolic Sphere because he can't target up here because he can't fly. So he has to either hit Rook and Nagriel with a Vitriolic Sphere or risk doing that. So creature makes a dex save.
Okay, we'll cantrip the fucker to death.
Yeah.
Now you're talking my language.
Well, he succeeded the
Yeah.
He succeeded the dex
Laughs
save.
and Warlock.
He succeeded the dex save, so no damage is dealt. But notably, the Plague Lord takes no damage from casting a spell. It seems so.
Good.
That is the end of his turn. Delman's turn.
Well, Malcolm knows what he's doing from now on.
30. Cantrip time.
Firebolt!
Delman is going to... What can he do? Delman's got enough
Fucking
intelligence to
die.
know not to try to use Psychic here, which rules out his spell list.
Seems that we've brought an entire party of help. Might not be able to help.
No, and he used to be in melee to use that one, so he's going to...
Oh my god.
You know what? Look, this dude, we brought Markov for the heals.
You brought Markov for the hills, and you brought your uncle so that he could probably die here.
Well, yes.
wow.
Chris, I'm not going to lie, that is actually the reason.
Oh, no, he's got something better he can do. He was here, correct? Or here?
There.
Here.
Mm-hmm.
Of Inquisition?
No.
What happened was that?
Who would this be best
nothing.
on? Queglod and Bern are flying. Yeah, he is going to use it on you, Malcom. As he's going to place his hand backwards, he is going to cast greater invisibility on you.
Oh.
So you are now invisible. Even including when you're casting spells. He takes damage. Oh, he takes damage twice. This is going to be rough.
Oh, no.
Do we know what the damage is equal to?
You don't know what the damage is, but you know that it's psychic.
Elsyan doesn't know that he wants Elsyan to kill him, does he?
What did the Plague Lord do on us there?
Tame because of that. He cast Acid Splash because he can't fly because he's not in his true form. He's in a priest form, so he can cast healing spells and Acid Splash. So he's useless right now.
Is he just a... fuck. We fucked up with... You know what? There was no good help.
Delman
We
takes...
accepted we'd die here today.
Delman takes 10 points of damage, and actually, no, he's not affected by the psychic damage, so he takes no damage from that.
Oh, because he's not.
Hmm?
Yeah, because he can't be affected for some reason.
Yeah, Delman seems to be unaffected.
So who's here that's not seen the Plague Lord in Plague Lord form?
Delman and Nagriel
No,
has, but
Nagriel has, yeah.
Delman hasn't.
You know what? Delman's going to be dead in like 3 seconds, so it's fine.
If you want to shout that out and say Plague Lord, rather than Markov,
Oh god.
that'll open it all up. So yeah.
Markov, go big or go home. Well, you can't go home. We've got us stuck in a weird plane.
Okay. End of Delman's turn. The Scion is going to use the first...
The first?
Oh.
He is going to use Spell Quickening.
Yeah.
And he is going to uses 2 of his actions to do this, as he is going to cast one of his innate spells.
Oh no.
As you watch as this rupture of psychic energy begins to almost wreath outwards from where he is. You 2 have counterspelled. Delman is going to use Mind Crackle in an attempt to counterspell. That is a success on Delman's part.
Yes, that's one.
Delman.
Yes, Uncle. Please don't die.
As the 5th level Tasha's Mind Whip is shrugged off, as it takes no effect. However, he does still take the damage from casting a 3rd level spell. Ooh, bad rolls. 12 damage to Delman. And this thing is immune to Psychic. Who would have thunked? Alright.
Of course.
Never saw that coming.
Nah, me neither.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I thought he'd be vulnerable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vulnerable to Psychic. Makes sense, right? He's just a big brain.
It does.
His brain's exposed. Guys, stab him in the brain.
Yeah.
Stab him in the brain.
Okay. As this goes off and you watch as the Tasha's Mind Whip fails and fizzles around, you watch as the Scion almost looks around and almost takes a moment to almost carefully turn his head. Not seemingly knowing Delman is there.
Still has no idea.
Still has no idea, no. Doesn't know where it came from and doesn't know what caused it.
How is Delman dying without actually being,
Oh,
there,
that's right. You weren't
really.
here last session.
Oh,
He used a greater wish to remove the existence of the family stuff. You know that.
Right.
The extended
yeah.
effect of it meant that he now has the penalty of casting wish for its unpurposed effect, meaning he takes 1d10 damage per spell level he casts.
Okay, right.
But this is permanent and forever. So whenever he casts a spell, he will take a 1d10 damage for each spell slot he spends. So if it's a second, he takes 2d10. If it's a ninth, he takes 9.
Okay.
Which, speaking of which, I have just realised I've been using d8s, so I'll do 3 extra damage to him. He'll be fine.
He'll be okay.
He'll be fine.
He'll be right.
Just haven't been real great.
Right.
So, with that being the end of... That was the end of Delman's turn. Malcolm, it is your turn. You feel as if the area around you is holding you in place as you almost kind of shunt and move. You are unable to move off of your space.
Okay. Well,
It is unfortunately not technically grappled.
I guess Malcolm will finish his preparation to turn into dragon.
Okay.
So
Bonus action Shillelagh.
Bonus action Shillelagh. Break it.
Break it. Turn into dragon.
Turn into young brass dragon.
Okay. What spell slots does that use?
That'll use an 8th level spell slot.
8th level spell slot. Good to know. You don't take any damage. It's not a spell. Which you otherwise might have. So, with that, let's get the young brass dragon. Do I have that one ready? Yes, I do. Let's copy paste this.
142.
And you don't take any damage from casting a cantrip, so you are fine.
2 and
And
142.
you will expand that way. You have to remain on that tile. You can't move into
Am
Delman's
I?
space.
Am I still invisible?
Yes.
Cool.
You're invisible for the next 9 rounds.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah,
Alright,
none of you
that'll-
see this. As an invisible Malcolm splits his staff, casts Shillelagh, turns into a dragon, you'll hear this kind of shift of weight behind you. That's about it.
All of us have kind of heard Malcolm turn to a dragon at this point.
All of you have heard Malcolm turn to a dragon, and
Woman.
the Scion does seem to be taking note of this. It does note a shift in.
I like the
nature
thought
of
that all
this.
of us that all of us hear this and we just sort of turn around expecting to see a dragon and it's just not there.
Okay.
Scion will remember this.
Probably will. Yeah. He is
Alright.
going to use his 3rd legendary action to make a more strike against Rook as he is within range.
Didn't you say I get a save at the end of my turn?
Yes, sorry. That is correct. That is a...
Charisma.
Just double checking to make sure it is still a charisma save. It can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns. So yes, go ahead.
So charisma.
Yeah.
I'm
Does it
just
have a
double
duration?
checking.
No,
Uh,
just until you succeed. Okay.
Okay, so that.
Your
and
charisma.
I'm pretty sure it's not mine
Your-
plus its.
No,
or
it
is
keeps
it
your charisma. Your charisma doesn't change. Otherwise your wisdom would change to its. So your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma stay the same because it's beast shaping. So you use your charisma, not its.
I was hoping I did. I got my its
Total?
because that's only a 16.
Unfortunately, not. No.
See, if I had it, I would have been out of here and on the
Wild
move.
Shapers never worked that way.
No. But I'm
Oh.
still held in place, unable to move. So
He just
this thing makes a more strike versus you, Rook. Rook, what's your AC?
Let 20.
29 to hit.
Well, I don't know where you are. So of course that was gonna hit.
I rolled the dice. I didn't check the modifier.
It's you roll
Rook,
us
what's-
and then look.
Okay, Rook, what is your charisma saving throw?
Oh, get off. Can you attack someone else, please?
Is it -2?
Yeah.
You physically can't save against this. Okay. As Rook,
Make my life.
shall just flip you over so I know where you are.
Okay, cool.
Actually,
What
no.
happened to Rook?
What I do need to do is I need to do
He
this.
can't make a charisma saving throw. He sucks at charisma.
Wait, so what happened to him?
I don't know.
Okay.
Became small.
So you watch as he otherwise strikes out with the large maw blade as it reaches around and otherwise engulfs around the edge of Rook. As it draws upwards, you watch as his body disappears almost shredded, with his soul being torn out before it swirls into this small glass ball hovering about 5 feet off of the ground.
Ah, been sasha'd.
You have.
Yes, not again.
And you take 26 points of magical piercing damage. And...
Okay.
Wait, hold on. No and.
Oh, okay.
No and. Just the 26 points of damage. For now.
There. Oh, wonderful.
And that uses its third legendary action.
I just reread something. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I gain its proficiencies.
Okay, so is it proficient in charisma?
It is. It is. I have
Oh.
a plus. It has a +6 with a natural +3, so it is.
So it would have
proficient.
your proficiency. So you'd add your proficiency bonus to that, which would make that 22, which does succeed.
Okay. Yeah, I was just double checking because
No,
I could
that
have
is-
sworn that's how.
That
it
is
was.
that is a worthwhile thing. So you do gain the proficiency, just not its score.
Just not its wisdom. Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't gain the scores.
Good to catch. Queglod.
Mm-hmm.
You see this thing otherwise wrap its large maw blade around Rook, tearing upwards as his spirit is left in tandem in a small ball floating in the air. What would you like to do?
Okie dokie. I'm going to move. And I'm going to summon Chronicle.
Okay.
Here, that's within range, I believe.
Yep. Okay. Holding out the lantern as an action, you watch as Chronicle begins to swirl upwards, now standing next to you, Elsyan.
Hey, Chronicle. What a
Okay.
wedding day, huh? I think Elsyan's got a bit insane, as has Sam.
Okay. What would you like to do?
Nice. Nothing else I can really do as a bonus action at the moment.
Okay.
Oh, well.
Burn, you'll be up next, so keep
Yeah.
that in mind.
Felipe is going to move a little bit further around.
Oh.
Ooh, apologies.
That's fine. Yep. If you pick up the bottom one, it picks up all the stack.
Okay. Yep.
I'm going to pop the loot. On the off chance that anyone does bring me back, I will send Chris a message as to what will happen.
I'm working on.
Okay.
Yeah, Felipe's purpose here is to split his attention and get some damage in where he can. So Felipe is going to Eldritch Plume again.
Okay. Go ahead and make me 4 attack rolls then, please.
That.
Plus 15 to hit. Correct?
Well, 3 definitely misses. I believe it is plus 15, yes?
Okay. The 23 just hits. So without that, that is 16 plus...
Plus 15.
16 plus 15? That's
So-
your charisma score, isn't it? Not his? Should be plus 24
Very
because he's
good
got a plus
point.
8.
Plus... Yeah, he's got plus 7, so plus 21.
21. Okay. Taking that to 37 points of damage. Halved to 18. Yes.
Commendable.
3 Eldritch Plumes, otherwise strike into it.
Okay, same deal as before.
I think we should
Okay,
stop pissing
there's-
gods off.
Precious little else I can do here. So I will end my turn there. I'm also going to BRB just 1 second.
Okay. With the end of that, Bern, it's your turn.
Hello.
Behold would also get to do something, but Queglod's gone, so we'll do that in a moment.
Behold, yeah. Okay. What to do? What to do? This guy's just fucking resistant to everything.
He is the lowest form of god, but that's still a god.
Okay. I'll try something we haven't tried. Okay. First of all, shit, I can't do that. 5, 10, 20. If I move 20 feet, how many do I lose?
You lose 5 per 10 feet beyond 10 feet, sorry. You lose 1 per 5 feet beyond 10 feet of flight.
Wait, so if I move 10 feet, I don't lose any?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So then for every 5 feet, I lose 1.
Yes.
Okay.
Up to a maximum of losing 10 because of your speed.
Yeah. So 10. So I'd lose 2 weapons, so I'd have 12 left. Okay. Yeah. Alright, I'll send... I guess I can move first, just to make it easier. Go here.
Okay.
And I shall send 12 weapons at him.
Okay. Go ahead and make me 12 attack rolls then, please.
Okay. I assume these don't have advantage?
No. Unfortunately, Rook would have provided it, but Rook is unfortunately out for the count. And I believe the hover speed is actually 20 feet on Wraith, so I need to put him back a bit. Plus to hit?
Plus to hit is plus 15.
7 and below misses, so 1, 2, 3 miss.
3 misses, okay. And 2 crits.
2 crits, so 1, 2, 3 hits, 2 crits. Okay, go ahead and roll the remaining 4.
Okay.
Another 4 hits, making that 7 hits and 2 crits. Or 2 of those are... no. 7
So
hits
7
and 2
crits and 2 of them are crits, or 7 crits plus 2 crits?
7 hits plus 2 crits.
So this is 7d8 plus...
Plus 2d8
yeah,
because
let's
of crit.
do... Okay. So this is 9 hits total, right?
9 hits total, yes. So then it's plus 3 on each of those?
In my thing it says plus 1.
If it's plus 1, then it's plus 1.
Yeah, I think we did that
Yeah, that's the one we did
before,
update. Yeah.
before I got the second weapon, so I'm not sure if that changes.
No, I believe that's correct.
So it would be plus 9?
Plus 9, yep.
That is shitty rolls.
34 plus 9 is 43. You get a d6 for each of these.
Okay, true. So 96.
So 9d6. There you go.
Actually, that should be crits, so it should be...
2 more.
Yeah.
That was 43 plus 36. 79 damage. Halved to 39.
Okay. Still a decent.
Yeah, as you otherwise fly to one side, shooting out the laws towards him, each of the blades beginning to strike against the surface, you watch as they leave nicks and cuts, slowly but surely tearing into him.
And I'll try a quicken spell, Cone of Cold, this way.
You will hit... oh, going this way to not hit Nagriel?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking. I think I might hit Felipe.
Yeah, I'm just going to double check that. Just going to put it there for the sake of this. 60-foot cone of cold diagonal? Yeah, you'll hit Felipe.
Is Felipe resistant to cold or no?
No. And yeah, this will hit Felipe because Felipe is flying above the pillar, or above the pillar's height. So this will hit him.
Yeah.
So, do you still want to do it?
Do I have any other spell that does cold?
Is Queglod still here?
I don't think he's back.
Simon's not back, no.
What the fuck are you saying about me?
You died? Sorry, Queglod?
Yes, apologies. How much damage did I take while I was away?
None.
No, I was thinking
None.
of where-
Bern's considering casting Cone of Cold, but it will hit Felipe if he does it. So he's considering if it will be worth it. Something else to note, Behold did move forward unless you wanted him to stay there. Because you would have been able to send him forward as your bonus action.
That's a good point. Yes, yeah, haven't moved there.
Yeah, okay. So he'll move up.
Yeah, you should still have to jump down in order to actually hit him.
Yes.
Felipe minds taking some cold damage to test if this guy's resistant to it.
Felipe has like 300 hit points, right?
Okay, I'm using Code of Cold.
Felipe has 1 hit point.
He has 1 hit
and
point.
294 temporary.
Yes.
Okay.
So the moment he gets,
he'll be okay.
The one problem to that, he can still be Death Word or Power Word killed. That's
Yes.
the only disadvantage to it.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Can I Elson's just going to say noted, in case. Just in case.
In case we do a PvP session again at some point.
No, in case Elson does something stupid like raises the dead and Queglod goes, well, that's time for a killing.
Wasn't making much money off you, Elsyan.
So.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Constitution saving throw, please, from Felipe,
Yeah.
which I believe is pretty good. So.
It's okay.
Oh,
Strength
man.
and charisma is good.
He rolled a
stats.
16.
That's a fail.
That's a fail.
This is going to be a fail from Felipe as well, though.
Okay. Well, full damage.
Yeah, 14.
68.
What level are you casting this?
Not yet.
It's just straight 5th level, I think.
5th level. Okay.
So 88, cool.
Yikes.
Ooh.
43.
40.
Please don't be resistant.
He is resistant.
Fuck. Okay. Well,
43, you said?
Yes. And you take 25 points of psychic damage from casting a 5th level spell.
how much?
25.
Bloody hell.
Leave me up this picture. Cool.
Okay.
How do we get Mr. Jamie back?
Hit points.
Mr. Brock.
Oh no, but he's in a...
He's in a ball.
He's in an orb. You don't know. Malcolm's the only one who knows, and it wasn't mentioned beforehand.
I mean, I thought we said that I did mention everything that I saw, and
Oh yeah, that's true. So Malcolm's believes that somehow if you interact with the orb, you don't entirely know how, you can somehow break them out. But he doesn't know the extent of it.
Noted.
Malcolm just didn't want to fight this thing. That's
Yeah.
all you know.
And this thing's no longer grappled?
At that point, I don't think so.
Correct?
That's at the end of my turn.
It's the end of your turn. Okay. End of your turn, he's going to use his last legendary action to bend reality, and he's going to teleport.
Wait, he used them all.
He used 3 of his 4.
Oh, he has 4.
Correct.
God.
He's going to bend reality to come down here.
Nice.
Come down
Hagrid can
where?
get him.
Where?
Let's make
Oh,
this
yeah,
more
come
of a fair fight for you two, huh? Someone say something or no?
I said all
Okay.
according to Keikaku, but
Oh.
other than that,
Okay.
He was memeing.
Elsyan,
I'm memeing. That's all I
My
have
turn?
left.
it is your turn, yes.
Well,
Go, Elsyan. You got this.
well. Elsyan's gonna... boop-de-boop up here.
Boobity boop.
And I can see up to this point, can't I?
You can see the ledge. You can't see a flat surface, but you can see
Yeah, okay.
up on the ledge.
If I Misty Step,
Yes,
would
that's
I
fine.
be able to get up there? Okay, cool.
It's the main thing is that Arcane Gate wouldn't be able to, but Misty Step, Dimension Door, all of those would.
I'm going to Misty Step up there now. Don't know if this matters, but this is Misty Step without using a spell slot, thanks to my one of my feats.
He is
Fate Ancestry.
Fey
I don't know
Ancestry.
whether it's spell slot or
This
what.
wouldn't. It isn't a spell slot. You can just cast it once per day.
Yeah, no, I know, but for the getting hurt is what I'm thinking.
I will say no, because he is going to spend his reaction to revert reality, of reversing your movement for this turn, putting you back here.
What an asshole.
What? Okay.
As
Well-
you otherwise step forward and cast Misty Step, moving up, you land on the surface and you find yourself back where you were, almost like a repeating pattern. As you watch as almost this maze-like mirage begins to almost shimmer around you before dissipating.
You know what? Fuck this guy. Mind Sliver. Misty Step is a bonus action.
Okay. It still incorporates all movement. This includes planar travel and teleportation magic.
Cool. Good for him, but Mind Sliver.
Mind Sliver does psychic damage, correct?
Correct, yes. He's not
Okay.
shown to be immune, is
It
he?
won't do damage, however, the negative effects could still go through.
Wait,
What
whoa.
is-
Wait, sorry. He's been shown to be immune to psychic damage, has he?
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
we established
then...
that.
Sorry. Bits and pieces fading in and out occasionally.
That's fine.
Right,
You allow me to take backseat from time to time, so that's fine.
Toll the Dead then.
Con save.
Oh great, we're back to cantrips.
15!
Okay,
He fails.
All I've got is cantrip. I did a what?
He fails.
Nice.
It seems he is more proficient in saving throws revolving around his mental abilities, which means he just has to have good stats to succeed the others, which he's been rolling terrible for.
Okay, he is wounded if I'm not mistaken,
Correct.
isn't he?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So
4d12 damage.
40, you don't have any d12s. This is...
I'm not a barbarian, Chris. I don't expect to have d12s.
You didn't prepare.
I'm sorry. I don't control the dice here.
That is fair. That is my job. 23.
23,
halved
not
to
bad.
11.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what DM stands for.
Dice
Dice
master.
manager.
Dice manager.
So,
Give me back my dwarf.
as you otherwise step forward, using
My
that misty
wife.
step to shift up to the
No,
top
not
there,
my wife.
you
Ugh.
feel yourself standing back in this place as you see Chronicle there once again. As you stretch out your hand, a bell appears next to him. As it otherwise tolls, you watch as this wave of necrotic energy shoots over the surface of him and then dissipates. He takes damage, by all means, but not as much as you would have hoped.
Well, no. Elsyan's just like, yeah, you're resistant to this, you're resistant to that, you're immune to my main damage. I'm gonna fireball this guy.
Do you have an action? You just told the deck.
He is also resistant to
Yeah.
fire damage.
Yeah, I know, but I'm a wizard. So if I don't fireball something
Okay.
that's pissing me off, I can't keep my class. Yes, that is the end of my turn. I'll
Okay.
fireball him next time.
Nagriel is in range. He is going to shift around here with the reaction used, so he can't undo the reaction. He has advantage from Behold. Action surge 6 attacks. And he is going to... yeah, he is going to invoke the charge on his blade, or his halberd. Yeah, lightning damage. I mean, there's no other damage I can really use here for this. So, lightning damage it is.
Ah, I get to see if lightning damage works.
Yep, that is true. Okay, with advantage to hit, there's a plus 12. That is a 24 to hit. First one hits. Second one hits. Third one hits. And if this were Rook's rolls, he would have crit 4 times already. Fourth
Oh my
one
God.
hits. Fifth one misses. And sixth one hits. So 5 hits, each of which does a d10 plus 2d6 damage. Plus 7. Okay, there's a typo in his character sheet. Good to know. He doesn't have a reach of 1 feet with a halberd. There's more than that. So, that is
Teeny weeny little halberd.
17
Like a letter oak.
halved, 17 halved to 8. Better rolls. 24 halved to 12. Third strike Again, good rolls. 23, halved to 11. Okay, you're rolling pretty good. 21, halved to 10. Let's do that. 5th attack, I believe. Am I on 5 or 4? I forget.
Or
You get 5 out of 6, I think.
No, I mean, was that my 5th damage or my 4th damage roll? 1, 2, 3. No, this is my 5th. This is my 5th damage roll. Doing 6 plus 5 is 11 plus 7 is 18 with removing 9. Perfect. Oh, nice round number.
And what does it look like for the
Lightning.
lightning?
Does less damage than you would hope.
Damn it! I hate this dude.
You get a
Really do.
You get a distinction looking at him. He seems to be resistant to pretty much all or most damage. You don't know the nature of how this works with Scions, but you know that it was required of you to get artifacts to fight Ringar. It's possible the same deal is with him. So, with that, that is Nagriel's turn. That is the end of his turn. It is the Lair's turn.
Alright, Lair, what you gonna do?
Let's cut this battlefield in half.
Huh?
oh, nice.
A wall of force, 20 foot high and 30 foot long, is placed right here, preventing travel for Elsyan and the Queglod. Bern it's in the middle of where you currently are, but there is a wall of force here, which will prevent spells from passing through it. 20 foot high, 30 foot long. So you can fly over it, but for others they have to run round it, and spells can't pass through it. So keep that in mind. Spells can't pass through it. Okay, Rook, you are
Can't do
inside of there. You take
Oh, fuck.
15 points of psychic damage.
Oh,
That's the end of your turn. It is his turn now. On the mask's turn, it is going to... Yeah, it's just going to do the usual stuff. It is going to make one cranial splitter and one maulblade against Nagriel, and the other one against Behold. So cranial splitter, does that hit? That does hit. Nagriel now needs to make an intelligence save. What is Nagriel's intelligence? He can pass on a natural 20. He's going to Indomitable. He's going to Indomitable again. That fails. Not the greatest rolls. That's his Indomitable out, as that cranial splitter will now do... 59 points of psychic damage, and Nagriel is stunned for a minute.
Oh. This is gonna be all the martial claws out.
59 points of psychic damage, I said?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Another, again, nice round number. He's on 140 health. Maulblade attack has advantage against him because he is stunned by the cranial splitter. That is... I mean, it's 2 natural 20s, but still.
Oof.
Yeah, that's a... Okay, oof.
Wait, Agrio was on 100 and something health?
He was on 140 now. And he's just taken a natural 20 hit. Okay. Ooh. 50 points of magical piercing damage. Oof, he's on 90 hit points. And he now has to make a charisma saving throw, which he can't feasibly make. Nagriel is out as well.
Yeah, because... Damn.
He remains stunned for the purposes of this. The attack versus Behold. 25 hits, I assume. Hold on, no. Yes, 25. 25 hits Behold, Queglod?
On Behold, yes, I should imagine so. What the fuck is his AC? Yes, his AC is 17.
Okay. He takes 26
Well,
points of
Behold's
psychic
AC is lower
damage.
than- Ouch.
And can he succeed on... What's his charisma save?
His charisma save is +2.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a d20, please, or a charisma save for him. He can succeed on a natural 20.
Oh, ho, ho.
Bring me your luckiest dice.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. Now, because he would be affected by the effect, or due to the effect being that of banishment, he is returned to your lantern. Or similar to that of banishment. He is returned to your lantern. He can be resummoned. He will have the same hit points as before, but he can be resummoned if you wish to use him.
I don't like this.
Duly noted.
Okay.
I don't like this.
End of the... Oh no, Scion can move. There's nowhere to move to. Actually, no, there is. He's going to teleport over to here. He can still sense there's a dragon there. He just doesn't know Delman's there.
Interesting. Can he not see psionics?
I see you.
End of his
You know
turn.
what?
End of his...
Yeah, I'm not psionic though.
Oh yeah, you lost it. Yeah.
Okay. It is now the Plague Lord's turn. He's going to transform. Yeah.
I'm just going to say, Sam, you know the answer to this. You just aren't thinking of it right now.
Yeah, well, Harlan, nobody is.
I don't know.
Plague Lord is going to fly
I can think
over.
of maybe 2 things that might help here.
All I've got in my head is
One
intellect.
thing that might help
Oh,
here.
Intellect
actually, no.
Fortress might be good.
He's going to hover here.
2 things.
5,
got-
10, 15, 20 to get up to where Sasha is. And he
I
is
have to
going
say, Harlan, that comment was the least helpful comment you can make.
He is going to spend his action to try and break Sasha free.
Love you, Plague Lord. Such a good bro.
He is going to use his charisma for this. That's a 3. That fails, unfortunately. Even with his plus to his
I
charisma
give him
modifier.
advantage by being really angry
Nope.
about my constant wake up and getting yeeted the fuck back to sleep.
He reaches forward and otherwise places his hand on the orb, and you watch as he does so. There's almost this kind of slight surge in energy as he does so, not being able to physically grab it. As he tries to impose himself past it, he fails to grab the orb physically to break it. And that is his action. Bonus action, Cloak of Flies. Doesn't do anything, but means that if he does get within melee of this thing, he can do damage over time from poison. Actually, no, that also means that he'll poison you guys when you wake up. So never mind, he's not going to do that.
It won't poison me, but everyone else.
No, but everybody else it will. In which case, that is going to... Yeah, he's going to just spend the rest of his movement to move up behind here to get into a better position to be away from this thing's sightline. Just to be behind where Sasha is. Okay. End of the Plague Lord's turn. It is Delman's turn.
Alright, Delman.
Delman's going to move. Doesn't invoke an attack of opportunity. Delman is going to use... Actually, no. He's actually better to stay in melee here. Don't ask me why.
Elman's just like, please, let me die.
No, because he's going to use the Discipline Energy Flood.
What?
This is an attack roll with advantage because of flanking. He's going to choose a damage
He's
type.
unseen, so.
Hmm?
He gets unseen attacker as well.
Oh yes, plus he's unseen, so yeah, it would just be advantage anyway. He knows Force, Radiant, Necrotic doesn't work. He knows that Fire and Cold don't work as well as Lightning, so he's going to choose either Thunder, Acid, or Poison. He is going to choose Thunder damage here.
I hear brains are very vulnerable to
Going
vibrations.
to use this at... He's going to use this at 6th level, which is 9 psi points. Ah, terrible rolls. Why, Delman? You were the chosen one. Yeah, he misses. Yeah, it's a 7 and a 3. He misses the attack roll.
Well, he's still fucking invisible to this guy.
He is. So he just takes the damage from casting 6th level spell, which is d10s, not those dice.
And then uses the rest of his movement to back away.
Yep, he will.
Thank you.
Takes 30 points of damage. And then backs off. Gonna back away over to here.
Damn.
No opportunity attack is taken by the Scion. Doesn't seem to know he's there.
I needed to see if that thunder damage goes through.
He missed the attack.
He is resistant to everything. Or immune. Resistance is the best we're getting. There is nothing he's weak to, unless it's Noblin being fired out of a cannon.
Okay.
What about Sasha being outfired?
Yeah, Malduras, or the Scion of Malduras at this point is going to use... He is going to spend 2 of his legendary actions to perform Scream of Agony. Rook and Nagriel, you take...
Oh, what?
Even inside the beat?
Yeah, he can damage them, they're his.
Oh, fuck. This is good.
We did establish they were an extra-dimensional space.
Yeah. However,
yeah, but it's his doing.
Using Scream of Agony, he activates his Cognitive Nails ability. Everybody within an orb takes 25 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
Doesn't that mean I just die?
No. Because he can keep you stable. He has enough control over it as, you know, a demigod that he has the ability to control who takes damage and who doesn't.
Please, I've seen the demigod stat blocks. He demigods wish they were him.
Demigods hate this man.
And here's what. And here's this one simple trick.
This one simple trick will turn you from a demigod into a scion.
Of a god. But isn't that worse? No. Not according to this guy. Alright. End of that legendary action. Malcom, it is your turn. You are invisible.
Yep.
And a dragon. And
But
able
I can
to move.
also... And I can also tell that he knows that I am there.
Yes, as he did teleport in front of you.
Alright, well, I mean, I'm just gonna try and keep his attention on me, so I'm gonna do my 3 attacks on this man's.
Okay, go ahead. These are just 3 flat rolls.
Is it not advantage?
He's blind,
No.
he doesn't use eyes to see, so no.
He's got blind sight. Plus 12 to hit. So,
oh yeah, plus 12 to hit.
low-
So I highlighted all of them like, oh, that's good damage. This one misses, and with the plus 12 to hit, this one also misses. It's just the 16 that hits.
Or... Of course.
Doing... Oh wait, no, you used,
Oh, yeah, that's
Great
right. I
Oak.
do have advantage.
So you have advantage because you have advantage on your wisdom attack rolls, because you used your great tree. Yeah. Okay, 1 additional hit. So go ahead and roll a second set of d6s. Close to wisdom mod.
There we go.
Plus 6, so plus 12, doing 21 points of damage. Halved to 10. Okay.
And then, bonus action, patient defense.
Okay, disadvantage on attack rolls against you. He's going to take that opportunity to make a more strike against you with disadvantage. Seeing as you're going to be patient. Does a 24 hit you?
It meets the AC.
Just hits. Okay.
Damn it.
Go ahead and make me a charisma saving throw, please, when you're in golf.
Saving throw.
You only take 19 points of piercing damage, notably, but yeah.
1, 2, 19. Okay, that's that. This, just double checking something real quick. Charisma is that. And then I need to also double check. This. Damn. Okay. Charisma save.
+6, if I remember correctly, or +8?
It +6 from
Proficiency.
from its proficiency.
Well, no, because it's your proficiency bonus that gets added to your own charisma save.
Yeah, I get its proficiency though
Yeah.
when it comes to saves.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
you'll get its proficiency. What it says there in the stat block isn't its proficiency. That's its stat plus its proficiency.
Yeah. So because of the level of the
total for the roll.
creature, it has a +6 to its charisma save because it adds 3 from its charisma and 3 from its proficiency. But you use your proficiency, you just get the proficient in that saving throw.
Oh, my.
So you get to add +6 because your proficiency bonus is +6.
Okay, so then it's 8.
So it's 8. 26 meets the DC. You succeed.
Oh my god.
Oh,
You take 19 points of piercing damage though, but you are not engulfed and you are not sent elsewhere. Concentration check, I assume? Yeah, you're fine.
Yep.
DC's 10. Okay.
I have to roll an 18 every time. I don't like this.
Okay. Queglod, it is your turn.
It is my turn. Okay, so
You watch as it reaches out with one of its maw blades, trying to engulf Malcom, and as it attempts to do so, kind of dragging backwards, Malcom remains there in the space, but you assume. I mean, there's no orb there.
It's swinging at air.
But you do watch as Delman runs away, unaffected by this thing, it seems.
okay, so remind me what the situation is with this floor. There's like a small layer of
There's about a
something
2
solid
foot.
above.
There's about a thickness of about maybe 1 to 2 feet of this kind of hardened black crystal around over the surface of this brain.
Okay, cool. That is what I was expecting. In that case, let's start with Felipe, just to see.
I think I know what you're doing.
Yeah. If he needs to gain height in order to see over the rock, then he will do that. Otherwise, he's just going to Eldritch Plume.
In staying in this spot here?
If he's able to get a good shot while here, yeah.
10 feet up and he can get the good shot. Should be fine.
Yep. Cool. Okay, let's do these first.
Make me 4 attack rolls, please. Plus 15
You may as well get
to hit.
You may as well get the AoE out while I'm doing this, because you know what I'm doing here.
Oh no.
I think those all hit.
Oh.
Plus 15.
Whew.
So the lowest is
Yes.
25.
Yeah, they will hit. Damage
Okay.
is with a plus 28 total. That is 50 points of damage, halved to 25. Nice.
Still respectable.
How's this guy looking, by the way?
Huh?
How's he looking?
It's looking alright.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Alright.
I mean,
no.
he's been
Guess
taking
he-
half damage on literally everything.
He's taking half damage on literally everything. However, he has taken almost 280 points of damage, and he's looking fine.
Now to see if my
We
guessing
aren't
on
going to
the...
kill him.
Now to see if my guessing on the very subtle hint you dropped is correct. As these shots strike in, he hears a loud ringing call of a raven from Felipe, but from much closer than possibly he was expecting. As I cast Shatter.
Okay.
Centered directly on the floor, I'm adding.
Okay. Does he succeed his con save? That is a 18.
I believe that fails against my con
So-
save.
So he
Yeah,
fails.
DC 21.
The lair got a natural 20. So it will be taking half damage. However,
Okay.
actually, no. My correction.
If it's made of something inanimate, it gets disadvantage.
No, that is correct. I rolled with advantage because it has magic resistance, so let me re-roll that. I just need to roll 1 die. That was a natural 20. That is now an 18. So yeah, that fails as well,
Okie dokie.
because it's a flat roll.
Yep.
Okay.
So 68, that is.
Yep.
I have 7. Fuck it.
Oh, actually, no, hold on. Yes, no. Sorry, that's correct. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. I got the 8 and the 6 the wrong way around. So I actually have enough dice. 26 thunder damage, halved to.
Halved to 13. Correct.
It's
However-
just on attack rolls that Hex activates.
Correct. However, you watch as as you otherwise shake the ground below, you watch as the brain almost pulses in this immediate moment. As you watch as his head recoils to one side, he loses a legendary action. He no longer has any this round.
Oh, I did a thing.
You did indeed. You note that he
Alright.
does look towards you, though.
Yeah.
Queglod! I will keep him here.
Well, I don't have an action to resummon Behold, so I am
Ooh.
running away.
That was a 5th level spell.
Yeah. Yes, because it's a 5th level spell slot.
Yep. So that is 13 points of psychic damage to you.
Okay, that's fine. I'll need to make a con save, but
Yep.
it barely matters.
Okay, you move over there. That would be the end of your turn. Does Chronicle wish to do anything?
13, you said?
13, yes. Does Chronicle wish to do
Okay,
anything?
I'll put that on and I'll see exactly where he is. He probably is moving at the
He's
very least.
behind a wall of force at the moment, so...
So he'll probably try and run around it. Hold on, just putting the damage in and I'll see.
30 feet will get him adjacent to Scion. He can be there or there.
Okay. There then.
Okay.
Can he attack as well? Or?
Yeah, he can move and attack.
Cool.
It's just his movement is that obviously he has to go round.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, 2 attacks then. They are okay. He has nothing special in this, so he's swinging with the Spectral Disruptor.
Plus to hit.
It's a plus 10 to hit, so I think
First one
25.
hisses, second one misses.
Interesting.
Spectral Disruptor is his Mace of Disruption, isn't it?
Yes. It does special things to undead, but that doesn't matter.
Not in this instance.
I was sure I hit him with a 25 earlier.
He did. That's why I said one misses, one hits.
Oh! I thought you said one misses, one misses.
Oh.
Okay. So it's just the 1d6, right? It's not phenomenal damage, but
No, but it's damage.
It's more than I did with 2.
5 plus 4, so 9 half to
After
4, I guess.
It's damage.
But he is also going to spend a... No, I've already done the damage. Doesn't matter. Remember that for next time.
Mind smite. Good to know.
Yeah.
Bern!
Hello.
Elsyan, get ready. You'll be up next, and I've got nothing to interrupt you outside of a...
I've got no idea. I'm sat here trying to think.
That's fine.
Fly over there. And I shall quicken spell.
He is going to, in reaction, use his modify reality to send you back to there.
I hate this guy.
Can I not move again?
Nope. Your movement is reverted this turn.
I
He's
assume
a
that's not
sick puppet.
counterspellable?
No.
No.
No, it's a feature.
So I can't move.
Nope. That is his reaction gone, though.
Okay, cool. I shall still quicken spell. Actually, I don't need to do that anymore. I guess I can. Well, does that count as I moved then? Or do I get all my...
That counts as your movement. Yeah.
Oh, but I only moved 10 feet, so I should have my weapons, right?
Yeah, you'll still have your weapons. It's just you move round the corner, and as you otherwise move round, you watch as you then move back in front of another wall of force. It's strange, almost like you repeated yourself.
I can still see him, though, over the wall.
You can see him through the wall. You just can't attack through the wall.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can I not send my weapon around? Because it's technically 90 feet?
It would have disadvantage on all the attack rolls, but yes.
Would it be...
It would be disadvantaged because you're trying to basically arc it around. rather than a direct swing towards it.
Damn, what an asshole.
Infernal,
make me
Infernal
disintegrate
2021, damn,
in
what
front
an
of me,
asshole.
Gonna make me disintegrate this wall of force in front of me just to attack him.
Do you want to?
No,
What?
not that many.
You want to take the damage for casting Disintegrate?
No, but what? Actually, if I was to use that spear spell, would it go over the wall?
The nature of it is that you select a target, so yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay. I will then use...
So long as it's not a projectile that originates from you, you're fine. In the nature of a spear, you don't hold it and throw it. It's a you summon it above you and then throw it down.
Yeah, make the ranged spell attack, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So due to the nature of the spell, I will allow this one to work through.
Okay,
perfectly
cool.
fine.
I'll still do the attacks with disadvantage then.
Okay. Okay, so that is 12 attacks with disadvantage?
Well, 14 because
14. Okay, so start with your first. Start with his first 4.
Yeah.
Yes. No. Yes. So 2 hits. Next 4. You got 3 of these and then a 2. So. Plus to hit is what? Plus
15.
15. So yes. So 6 hits total. Next 4. No. Yes, so that's 7 hits, and the last 2. Yes and no. So that is 8 hits overall.
So that is 8d8.
8d8 and 8d6. That's those and those. For a total of 62 plus 8, so
how many hits?
70. So 70 halved to 35.
35.
Okay.
And then I shall quicken spell a behemoth spear.
What level?
A 6th level.
6th level.
I'm gonna take some damage, but
you take 24 points of psychic damage.
24. Okay.
Yep.
That takes all of my temporary hit points and this much.
Yep. And you make an attack roll against him. Go ahead.
Yep, it's an attack roll.
Oh,
I was lucky in
nice.
that, by the way.
Oh, that's a good. That's fair. Luckying a natural one there. All right.
That's a plus 15, I believe.
Plus 15. 31 hits. Believe it or not.
Okay. That does how much? That does 8d12 piercing damage. Okay.
There you go.
And he needs to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, yes, he does. So that is 41 points of damage, halved to 20.
Can I use my thingy on this? The one where I can reroll?
Your empowered thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. And what's strength saving throw or what?
Or get pushed 15 feet and fall prone.
Okay. Oh, I forgot he has a good strength. 26. He's fine.
Okay, he's fine.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he rolled well. And I was like, nope, it's not his dex saving throws. It's fine.
Nice.
Ooh, much better. 58 halved to 29. Much better. Okay. Still looking alright.
Still not looking bloody. Okay, that's
still not looking bloodied. No. You're making good damage though. Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Elsyan.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, my original plan was to cast that and then try and do something.
Okay.
Sasha.
Gonna step across. Bern's already 10 feet in the air. Wonderful. from here, can I get any sense of looking at this crystal that it's how to effectively break them out? We're to do an Arcana check or something.
I'll say make me an Arcana check. Given that you've seen Plague Lord try this, I'll say just go ahead and make me the roll.
Okay. Would this take an action?
No.
I've got.
I will say that seeing as he attempted and failed, I'll allow it to be understood on how it might be trying to do this.
Cool. So
Arcana check.
Cool.
I'll say versus the DC of the breakout for this.
13.
13. You look at it. It's hard to tell. Until you get a closer inspection, it's hard to tell what it might be. But if it's magical, who knows?
Well, Chris, my very calm, polite Misty Step got rebuffed. Elsyan is going to do a very loud, annoying Thunder Step now.
Waboom.
Give me back my dwarf!
So is that a action or what is that?
Oh, that's an action. That's entirely an action. And any creature within 10 feet must make a Constitution saving throw, but there is nothing within 10 feet of me.
There is. You hit the lair.
Fair
However,
point. Yes, yes.
he does. However, he has no legendary action, so he can't lose anymore. But it does fail the save.
Fair enough. Oh, can I roll damage anyway, just to see?
You can't damage. You can't damage enough to kill the lair, unless you want. Unless you want to fight with 2,500 hit points, you can't kill it. You're stealing his legendary actions.
Yeah, well, I'm still doing damage to it. It's like it's not hurting.
Fair enough. Alright.
I'm just doing it for curiosity's sake. 14. There you go. It's even subpar damage.
Yeah. It feels shook.
It's been shooketh.
It's been shooketh. Yeah. As you get close to it, I will say, if you want to go ahead and make me another Arcana check with your bonus action to try and discern how to undo it, I will allow that. Given that you are now in a closer radius to this.
Yeah.
Unless you have
my bonus
already.
No, I don't have any plans for my bonus action. I've got nothing I can do.
Thunderstep what level?
Thunderstep is 3rd level, so I presume this is 3d10, I'm guessing is what you're rolling.
It's d6s because it's a weaker version of it.
I see.
However,
dice.
It's 7 point... No. Math. 9 points of psychic damage.
Oh. Technically subpar damage.
Shut up. Don't make me increase it to a d10.
Okay, Chris.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, you would.
This guy's strong enough.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so I can do an Arcana check again to try and figure this out. Got a plus 11 to this, that's an 18. Come on!
18. Okay. You get the general sense, looking at it and now within closer range, if you can get your hand through the force field that's protecting the glass ball itself, you can crush it with relative ease, no check required. But to do that, you need mental fortitude, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma to break through whatever this outer shield is. Alternatively, you can expend magic power to bypass the saving throw. You don't need to cast a spell, just use the slot. This will, however, proc his veil effect, which will do damage to you.
Well, I can't attempt... Can I attempt this now, or do I have to wait?
It takes an action to break them out, unless you are casting the magic, in which case it becomes a bonus action.
Cool. Either way, I can't do it this turn.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But, effectively, we've just got to force our way into it.
Correct.
Is it sort of like a gem, or is it a more jelly slime-looking thing?
You haven't...
Weird liquid ball?
You haven't touched the ball yet, but it looks to be like a hard crystal.
Noted. Elsyan's gonna punch a crystal.
End of your turn?
Okay. Can't do anything else. That's my movement. That's my action. That's bonus action. Sure. That's everything done.
Nagriel, at the start of his turn, takes 7 points of psychic damage. Low rolls on that. 7 damage though, because he's now on 58 health. Nagriel is encapsulated. That's the end of his turn. Lair action. Yeah. Yeah. Bern. You get a very strange kinship with the Scion of Malduras.
Excuse me?
You have a very strange kinship with the Scion of Malduras. You don't know why, but all of a sudden you feel like he's the lucky one now.
Oh goodness!
He's gained
Just
he's gained a single luck point to use as he sees fit.
Excuse me?
Are you Okay, look, I know he's a
Do
god
I
and
lose
all.
my luck
He's-
point or no?
No, not your luck point. You
Okay.
gained it from the lair
Okay.
action.
But that's better. I thought.
One
I-
friendly creature within 120 feet of the lair, and it gains a flash of inspiration, gaining a single luck point to use on one attack roll, ability check, or saving throw it makes, or an attack roll that an opponent makes against it.
Okay. Oh, that's not.
Well, I can counteract it.
Yes, as can he counteract yours. It's just that's the short description. I don't want to read the whole
Then I
thing.
use
We'll
a
be here
second
for
one
2
to
years.
counteract his again.
No. After each person's cancelled out, all of the rolls are negated thereof. It's just, it doesn't take effect. So he now has 1 lucky point to use. There's the lair
goodness,
action's
I'm
turn.
not looking forward to this.
The lair action, the Wall of Force just lasts. Good to know. Rook,
That's not
you
bad.
take...
Yeah.
Sorry, Rook.
No?
You take
Go
6
for it.
points of psychic damage.
Oh.
Low rolls, but, you know,
Ticking down.
ticking down slowly. It is now his turn. He gains his legendary actions back. On his turn, there is an invisible dragon, which is not patient defense this time.
I am still patient
You are
defense.
still patient defense, yes.
It's until my next turn.
Yes, that is true. So you are patient defense. Alright. Does he like the situation? I mean, he sees 2 people trying to free Sasha. Yeah, he's going to use his teleport ability to move up here.
Is that a spell?
Nope, that is his movement. He just moves 50 feet without provoking opportunity attacks by
Yeah,
teleporting.
there's a number of creatures that can teleport as an action.
Yeah.
I know one creature that can do 3 attacks then teleport.
Oh, it's his movement, and then he gets to make his action. So he gets to do it before rather than after.
Yeah, this creature gets to decide.
Yeah, it's
The
much
one I
better.
think. I'll send it.
Yeah,
send
send it to me later. Alright, 1 more blade against the Plague Lord, 1 more blade against Elsyan. And actually, first, he is going to use the Cognitive Splitter. Actually, no, he's not. He's going to risk it for a biscuit and use the cognitive nails afterwards instead of the cranial splitter first. Because both of you have decent intelligence saving throws. So, first attack roll against Elsyan. 27 to hit. Plague Lord, 26 to hit.
Okay, you don't even like give me a chance to do shield. I mean, it will do nothing, but still, there's manners.
Right.
I'm kidding.
There are manners.
There's an etiquette here in combat.
There is. You take 17 piercing damage. And what do you do? Charisma save.
My charisma save. Do I need to roll a charisma save?
What is your save? Because I'll tell you if you can succeed or not. DC 26. So
It's a -1, Chris. I can't
So,
succeed.
yeah, you can't succeed. Okay.
Yeah.
And
It's always fun when you have combats like that, right? You just can't succeed to say, well, my name's Elsyan, and I'm fucked up.
That's every time Chris says charisma. Literally, I'm like, well, fuck, I'm out.
and the
Do we have, like, the best we've got in charisma, is that
Burn.
Bern?
Bern, Queglod, and the Plague Lord. Plague Lord makes a charisma
Okay,
saving throw.
I was thinking about the party itself, but
The Plague Lord succeeds. He's not banished.
Queglod is still here.
Cognitive nails now. So Elsyan, Rook, and Nagriel. You each take... Okay, not as bad this time. 18 points of psychic damage.
18 points of psychic damage.
Bloody
Okay, so I took
bloody
17, then I took 18.
So 35.
35. That actually makes my maths a lot easier.
Okay. That is the end.
Still not bloodied.
I have just hit blooded. I wasn't. I am now.
It is now the Plague Lord's turn. The Plague Lord, now understanding the nature of this magic, is going to expend a 3rd level spell slot to free Elsyan
Yay!
as a
I
bonus
see
action.
this, by the way.
You do. You watch as he otherwise reaches out and with expended magic, you watch as the barrier fades. He grabs the orb and crushes it freely. As he takes 10 points of psychic damage by doing so. Okay. He is then going to make 4 claw attacks. Actually, no, he can fly. He's going to fly around and get advantage from Elsyan. 4 claw attacks with advantage. He might need it though, given his to hit that I've just realised is bad. Okay, that first
Doesn't
one
he have
misses.
Okay, I hate to say this. Doesn't he have disadvantage from his hangover?
That's only on ability checks and saving throws.
Cool.
That's why
Cool,
he
just-
failed against Sasha when he tried to break her out, because he has disadvantage.
Fair enough. Just thought I should double check.
Yeah. Oh, and saving throws. No, he's still.
Oh no.
I've just double checked. He's fine. Okay, so his second attack roll hits. Nope, misses. Same roll as before. +9, 22 does not hit. 23 does though. And natural 18, so 27 hits. Okay. This does 2d10 plus 5 slashing damage. Okay, do not mess with the Plague Lord.
No!
He
don't!
will do
We
damage.
learned this. Chris, he's called the Plague Lord. He's not just a healer. You should know this. You
8
made his stat
slashing.
block.
I ripped it off, but yes.
Oh, yes, of course you did.
18 damage, halved to 9. Putting him at that. He is then going to activate his Cloak of the Swarm because he's no longer within range of anybody. Any creature that starts its turn within 5 feet of the Plague Lord takes 3d10 piercing damage, plus 5d6 poison damage, or half on a successful Constitution DC 19 saving throw. If a creature fails to save, they are also poisoned for 1 hour. Is he immune to poison? No. Oh no, I remember why he's not immune to poison and all these effects. Yeah, never mind. Sorry, he has legendary resistances. He hasn't used any yet. Alright.
He doesn't
And-
need to.
No, he doesn't need to. End of the Plague Lord's turn. He is going to use 2 of his legendary... Or the Scion of Malduras is going to use 2 of his legendary actions to use Spell Quickening to cast one of his innate spells.
Ugh. Disgusting.
Disgusting.
I dislike this.
Is it any spell I can recognize?
Same as before. It's 5th level Tasha's Mind Whip.
Counter spell.
At what level?
5th.
Okay, automatically succeeds. You take...
5d6.
You do.
Sasha, you're very special
You
to
take
me.
22 points of psychic damage.
I'm not
Look,
dead
at this
yet.
point, I think you can just leave. Okay?
No, Elsyan. Elsyan has gained heart and feelings and noting that other people have emotions, and this is Sasha's fault.
Save yourself! Cries
Els-
before I'm knocked unconscious again.
Elsyan wants it known that he's really doing this just to hold Sasha account to allowing Elsyan to have feelings that aren't just
Oh, Mr.
His
Arnold.
12 points of damage to Arnuk. Oh wait, no, that's right. He's immune to that. This just counts as using spell slots with this proc his wish effect. I'm gonna say yes, because it's wish, it's powerful. Okay, he takes the same damage. Okay, convenient.
Rook is back!
Rook is back. Rook, you fall 10 feet, you take no damage.
Oh, he's not big anymore, though.
Oh no, he is. I just needed the smaller tile for the orb. Okay, and he is then going to spend his action to try and break Nagriel out. What's his plus? He's going to use his intelligence to try and break out of this. Succeeds. Nagriel is now out. Nagriel gets 3 rounds of unstun. Yes, he succeeds on one of them. Okay, thank goodness.
Okay, I'm back. What happened?
Nagriel and Rook have just been freed now that Delman has realised how these orbs work. He spent his bonus action and a 3rd level spell to break Rook 3, and he spent his action to break Nagriel 3.
Is Delman okay?
He could be better, but he's doing alright. That was a 3rd level spell.
God, one of you released the healer from their prison.
What do you mean? They've got the Plague Lord. He's done just as much healing as Sasha does.
Yeah, it's like our healer never left. We got this.
What happens when I get out of here? So, you know that's not going to be true, hopefully.
I know.
You got me looking at it, it's like, is Sasha
know.
going to be broken out with health?
Malcolm, it is your turn. No, Sasha comes out with 0 hit points and is on the ground. So someone will have to heal her. But Malcolm, it is your turn.
Okay.
Can I make it to here? Well, next to
10,
Sasha.
15, 20, 25.
You move
You
now,
don't
then.
have a fly speed, so it would be 30 feet. So It will be 5.
Is Malcolm not a dragon?
10, 15, 20,
I am a
25.
dragon.
He is, but he's wearing
I'm-
the adamantine chains, which means he doesn't have a
Oh,
fly
right.
speed. So the 30 feet
Right.
gets you there. Because you have to move through some tiles to get here.
Step of the wind?
Oh, yeah, this doesn't.
Jump?
Yeah, I was gonna. That means I'd have to use. Fine. Bonus action. Step
I
of the
mean,
wind.
you could just use your action to dash.
Yeah, I could do that. So yeah.
Yeah. Keep in mind, do you have a climb or a burrow speed as a brass dragon?
No, apparently not.
Okay, so this will use your entire movement to get up here. So you won't be able to get any further, but you will be in that space and clinging onto the edge as you've done so.
And I can reach Sasha.
Yep. It will be, for
Alright.
bonus action, it will expend a 3rd level spell slot.
Works for me.
Okay. You take
Dragon?
11
What?
points of psychic damage.
I can expend a spell slot. I just can't actually use spells.
Yeah.
Ah,
Not until he gets beast spells, which he can't get because of his multi-classing into... Oh no, you can, just needs to be level
I
20
can
for it.
get it. I just need to be level 20.
Once he's level 20, he can be a dragon and cast spells, which is pretty cool. Anyway,
How much damage?
11 points of psychic damage. And Sasha, you are now free, but you are on the ground with 0 hit points.
Well,
Go ahead and roll for initiative now. Might as well.
God, I hope I'm next in the initiative just to fuck with me. What do I need to roll for that?
Initiative roll.
No. I mean, what would be the roll for me to get exactly next in the
Oh.
turn order?
12. Because you... actually,
12.
no. Yeah, 12, because if you got 13, you still couldn't intercede between Malcom and Queglod.
Aww.
2.
Okay, well, someone has the opportunity to bring me back to life, so that's something.
You go before Nagriel.
Thank you.
Don't worry, it's perfect.
You're
I've got
welcome.
potions.
Potion seller!
Patient
Queglod!
fella.
Bring me your
Mushroom.
strongest potions.
Mushroom.
Queglod, what would you like to do?
Okay. I mean, we're all up. Could leave. Problem is, you don't know how.
Yeah, we got here with a wish. We don't know where we are. I don't actually know plane shift.
I know Blaze Shift.
You'll
I also
you'll
know
have to
plane
link
shift.
hands, just so
Just
you know.
keep pumping spells into that book. We'll get it eventually.
I mean, we
What?
have-
Just spam the book.
You can only do it twice per day, and you got 1/7 you can try. So.
That's a point. One
Right.
seventh, and the 1/7 will ascend the fucking thing. I presume.
Right. So, okay, Felipe is going.
Oh, I
to-
could heal Sasha.
Right.
Sorry.
If I recall correctly, there is a hole in the ceiling above this tower.
Correct.
Correct. Okay. So Felipe is going to move over here.
Mm-hmm. Above the tower.
Yep, as close to the hole as he can get.
Okay. Flying up towards the edge of the hole, Felipe otherwise flies upwards.
Okay, he's not leaving the hole yet because I'm gonna do a shot against this man.
Okay.
Do my Eldritch Flumes again.
Go ahead and make me 4 attack rolls.
May regret doing this and not holding on to his action, but we'll see.
Hit.
Assume the 6 misses.
Misses. Hits.
I believe he's missed on.
So that
So let's
is.
take that away. And
So it's
all
18 plus
21.
21 is 39.
Mm-hmm.
Halved to 19.
19.
Oh, no, that's Delman's health. Don't take health away from him. He needs it.
Oh, he missed badly.
He needs all the health he can get.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Alright. And having used his action with a bit of movement left, Felipe is going to attempt to fly a little bit higher up. I don't know if the
Okay.
hole is big enough for him to fit through, but he wants
It
to
is. As Felipe flies up, he otherwise kind of catches on what looks to be some form of force barrier around the top. Unfortunately, the traditional way in would have had a wall of force barrier, but Felipe hits it and flies back down.
It's fine.
Okay, your
This
turn.
was worth investigating. Okay. Is this supposed to stand here?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, action then. Behold 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Okay, the Hulk comes back out. He's still got the damage that he has taken, but he is
That's fine.
otherwise with you
So
again.
that's how I have him in the character sheet still.
Okay.
And I guess bonus action, he's getting to work.
Okay, go ahead and make me attack rolls then, please. Chronicle can also move as part of move and attack as part of this.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Can Behold as part of this also use his bonus action
Yes.
to rage? Okie dokie.
Rage Ghost. Let's go.
Behold, this ghost is back and he's mad.
Okay.
And can only count to apple.
Go ahead. Make
Yeah.
me.
Speaking of which, he gets to make it. He's making apple attacks now. So he needs to
Wonderful.
Apple
three
attacks.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Apple.
Jeez. I need
I'm a fan.
12s.
Fucking hell, that was.
Hey,
I
Bern,
miss-
remember when you used to be that guy?
I don't know what you mean. I
Uh,
wish I was still that guy.
Yeah, he gets apple attacks because of frenzied
Yeah.
rage. So
Yeah, well.
Yeah, he doesn't get
You,
advantage.
you
of his
had the
apples, but
opportunity to
fine.
come back
can
and
he?
you didn't
Does
take
he have
it.
reckless
I
as
would
abilities or
choose
no?
Behold anyhow.
Huh? It's not
No.
on the spell slot I have written
Okay.
down.
In which case, then no.
I
he
don't
wouldn't.
think I missed it off the
No.
PDF. or something.
However, he has advantage. Nope, he doesn't have advantage because Elsyan's
He's not flanking
one
there
below
because-
him. No.
Yeah, I needed to leave space for other people to get up here.
That's fine. Go ahead and make the attack rolls, please. Are they
Well,
plus
could
what to
just
hit?
run.
Wow.
Wow.
Uh,
I don't think any of those hit. It's
Behold moves up.
He gets advantage.
No, because there's
Nah.
nobody flanking. No.
It's a really
However,
difficult position.
However, as you watch as Behold is summoned, and you watch as he goes into a range and begins to mindlessly swing, but mindless doesn't seem to work against a creature of great mindfulness, and his attack seems to just bounce off of a psionic shield. Unfortunate. However, you watch as this happens when Felipe swings down with the wings, and each feather strikes into the surface of this thing as they leave holes and dents. And you watch as you're beginning to leave marks. He is bloodied.
Oh, child.
Oh, guys, we could kill a god
Okay.
if we were going to survive this, which we're not.
End of your turn.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to use two of his actions to use spell quickening again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do I use here? Yeah, I'm going to use that. Does anyone have a counter spell to attempt?
I have.
You just used yours, didn't you?
No, that was Elsyan.
Oh yeah, no,
Use
that was
mine.
Elsyan. Can
That
you
was
see? Can you see him from here? You are how high up? 10 feet?
I was.
Yeah,
Well, I could see above the force wall, so.
No, you could see a way over the force wall. It's 20 feet up. So in this instance, you can't, because there's a Sasha and an Elsyan in the way. I'd say make me a perception check to see if you can see him.
$15, I think.
15. From this angle, you can't tell he's making any form of gestures or anything, as he doesn't make gestures for psionic magic. So I'd say you wouldn't have any idea that he's doing this, unfortunately.
Also, it's a 13 out of 15.
It's a what?
It's a 13 out of 15.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely wouldn't. Okay. 6 creatures you can sense within range must make intelligence saving throws.
hey.
Lay
Malcom.
down and die.
Malcom, Plague Lord. Queglod. Bern.
He can't see
one-
me.
He can sense you, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, everyone but Nagriel and Felipe. So, Elsyan, Malcom, Rook, Bern, Plague Lord, and
Okay,
Queglod.
21.
You fail.
Fuck! I'm guessing
I won't.
DC 26?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say I fail.
No, I failed. I used my Indomitable because for the shits and giggles.
Actually, shit, yes.
I'm
no,
not
I
even gonna
failed.
bother left.
The Lapis Crescendo.
You're going to use Lapis Crescendo.
I'm going to use the Lapis Crescendo.
Go ahead.
Rook, thank you for actually mentioning Indomitable.
No worries.
I missed what I'm adding to this, but I rolled a 6, so I'm assuming it fails no matter what.
Unfortunately, yes, that does fail.
Yeah.
I don't get any more charges with that, do I? No. Wait, there is a thing that if it fails, though.
Nope.
Oh no, it's only when I'm successful.
When you choose, get +1 to all your saving throws. You have a force to make a saving throw and fail. You can reroll the saving throw. Once you use this feature, you cannot use this feature again until you have make a long rest. Whenever you successfully save against a spell within this feature, you deal a number of d6 damage. Yes, that's when you succeed.
When I succeed. That is a shame.
It's a shame, but yeah. Okay.
We're fucked.
So.
Tasha's Mind Whip.
No.
If Elsyan can't save that,
No.
Rook ain't got no chance.
No. This is
I
hollow.
rolled so average.
This is Hollow Scream.
I rolled 19 and failed.
No,
Okay.
We're doomed. You need a natural 20.
I did need natural 20. I have +1 to my
I also need a natural 20.
Okay. 26 points of force damage to each of you.
Awesome.
And that's it, right? That's it.
I'm rolling the psychic damage now.
Can you not? Because I've only got 13 health and I want to be the one to get Sasha awake.
Oh. No, now I'm bloodied.
How many hit points? How many hit points, Elsyan?
13?
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you said 23, and I was like, oh, I did 22 points of damage, psychic damage. Ah,
Chris, don't tease like that.
sorry, I thought you said 23. My bad. Okay.
13 and 23 are very different sounding words.
It ended in 3. My brain saw the 22, and I was like, ooh.
How much damage?
22 points of psychic damage.
How much do I take for a success? I actually met the DC of 26.
Okay, you take no damage and suffer no ill effects.
Fuck yeah.
Oh.
The rest of you who are affected, you take that damage, and you will subtract a d6 from all of your saving throws for 1 minute. He is now
Yeah,
concentrated.
well, it doesn't matter. I'm unconscious.
What was the total?
26 plus 22, so 48.
48.
Yeah. And for
Elsyan's
those of you
unconscious. He's not happy with this.
And for those of you who have concentrations, go ahead and make them. Queglod, you are marked with this. You make it with disadvantage. I've also just remembered I was supposed to be doing psychic damage to each of you at the beginning of your turns, equal to your intelligence modifiers, but oh well. Too late for me to remember that now.
What,
Grand total of 3.
this was the mark that is disadvantage.
This is the mark that's giving you disadvantage. The one that also does damage based on your spells you cast.
Okay, so that's disadvantage and minus a d6 versus DC of 24.
Correct. Do you want to bother?
Con save is... well, we'll see.
Go ahead.
It is. I think it's possible for me to make this save depending on what all the rolls are.
Crit.
I mean, he's double crit because it's disadvantage because of the
Hey.
fail.
Crit is crit. Mr.
It
Incredible.
was a d6 you said, right?
A crit is a +5, so it's a 25 plus your con mod. The problem is it's also minus a d6, so go ahead and roll.
So, yeah.
Oh no!
That is a total of
0.
0.
No, because I get to re-roll this.
Oh,
yeah,
and you get
that's right.
to take the new roll, ignoring the 2. Go ahead. Oh,
We're on the verge of greatness.
It teased. Oh, man. Okay.
Well, goodbye, Hex. It's done precious little because I've not actually attacked him very much. But
unfortunate.
all the same.
Okay, whose turn was that? That was the end of yours, right?
It was the end of
And now
mine.
goes to Bern's. Okay.
This is my punishment for not casting Shatter again. Taking away all his...
Yeah, one more would have taken away his Hollow Scream.
Help.
Okay.
Sorry.
Bern. Before you get a chance to do anything, as you're preparing for this next round, he's going to use his reaction as he is going to stand up straight, no longer in a battle-like stance, and you watch as the two mouths close on either side. As he goes and crosses his arms. You've all done very well to come this far. Would you like to continue at my full power, or would you prefer that the deed is done? I have been entertained.
Okay, Chris, I want it known that you have literally just pulled this isn't even my final form. I want you to recognise that and accept you've done this.
I have. Do you want to keep fighting? Or
I want to leave.
Or because you have
Elsyan's
bloodied
unconscious,
him?
but no.
You have bloodied
I want
him.
to leave.
Bern, it is your turn. You may spend your action to respond, or you may keep fighting, depending on which you wish to answer with.
Screw you, first of all. Because I was about to use a spell called Heartstop.
That's going in the Legendary Resistance book. It's up to you. If you wish to continue, we'll end the session there, and then we'll continue the fight next week. Alternatively, he can send you back now.
I think Bern would recognize there's no fucking finish in this. And can we insight him on that fucking final, or like his final?
Go ahead. I'll allow it as a bonus action versus his deception.
Okay.
Insight is +6, 80.
18.
A big hero.
As someone speaking telepathically, it's extremely hard to tell. You get the nature that, from what he's done so far, he's been using quite a bit of force, but he hasn't been doing optimal moves. There are times he could have easily spent his turn to put people in with more strike. It's much more efficient than casting spells that he knows you can counter. He hasn't been doing things optimally. He's been doing them to see how you react to. The nature of understanding this, even with that low roll and not knowing whether it's a bluff or not on his final form, the fact that there's still room for improvement on what he's currently doing does still ring truth.
My man just said 18 is a low roll.
Versus his deception, yes.
His deception
Anything
was
above a 10 is high.
When you're looking... Okay. When
his
you're
deception was probably 36.
Hold on, let me do the math real quick.
What the hell has this whole fight been
You
for?
are 2 off, 34.
Yes. I think the
Was for
last...
Chris's entertainment.
Yes.
Actually,
I think
sorry, I got that wrong. 43, not 34.
40. Oh, of course.
He has
Alright,
expertise.
no, I went out of this. When I go home, I'm done. I give up with that 43 fucking
Deception roll.
As Bern pulls out of the heart, he just stands there, Sweat goes down his forehead and he's like, no.
Nah, mate.
Okay.
Next
Nah,
time.
Okay. Elsyan, make me a death saving throw.
Fuck.
No, I still have my stuff.
Are you going to talk back?
Oh wait, can I give him a potion to Elsie?
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Elsyan, what do you
You know
roll?
what? I got a 16.
Okay. You're given a health potion, you are conscious, you still heard this message in your mind. As
Wonderful.
did you, Sasha. Seething with rage in an unconscious form is
Right.
a very
You
interesting
just hear
quirk.
like me gurgle out of my unconsciousness. I just want a fucking nap that doesn't get interrupted by rusty nails inside my brain.
Right.
Just look at him and what's
So-
the nod? But the opposite of nod.
Shake.
Shake
Shake my yeah.
at Elsyan.
No, it's the brain man.
That you don't
The
want to end the
mask.
fight?
I don't want to continue. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They're saying, no, we don't want to continue. We're good.
Elsyan, do you wish to skip your turn?
No, I wish to myself get out a
Health
greater
potion.
healing potion and stuff it into Sasha's mail.
Okay. Sasha, it is your turn. What do you wish to do?
I use mass heal on everyone.
Okay.
I want it known. I've been holding this action this entire time. Not technically holding it, but I established this is what I'm doing.
So just a regular healing potion, you get 7
Hit points.
7 hit points.
Mass heal goes
Okay.
off.
700 hit points of healing to everyone and their mom.
Everyone say you're full health, I don't care.
Not me.
Except for you can't get healed. Felipe gets no hit points from this, so... Oh,
But he's also up to full, so...
Yeah,
My dragon force back up to 4 HP.
So's
go.
Delman! Hooray!
I want to go home.
Keep fighting.
No.
No, we can't. Guys, we should leave.
I mean, if
while he's letting us.
Yeah. At which point he looks at you as it kind of skips Nagriel, as Nagriel kind of lowers his weapon, kind of looking almost defeated by this. Aleuir goes round, does nothing. Rook.
What the hell is going on here? Why were we fighting?
Okay, first of all, I could have said something there, but things got moved past a bit quick. Just chill.
I want to know that Elsyan is hugging Sasha.
Okay.
I want to know that Sasha is hugging Elsyan back.
Bloody hell, if we're not going to know why we've been... I want a bacon sandwich, I've had enough. You people are uncontrollable.
I will make you a bacon sandwich.
You all
We were
hear...
getting-
I don't know why we're here now.
You all hear in your minds as this all goes, I thank you for the testing, to see how the ones to bring down Ringar will do. I look forward to your fight, watching it from afar. You'll have much better chance versus him than you will me. Then you watch as he turns his head towards where Delman stands. I hope this has been a valuable lesson to you, old friend. And you feel all of you are consumed by shadow, as you are all back in the tavern. There's a moment as you look around, as you all land in that spot, looking around, you see the teleportation circle burn up underneath, and you see Zenny still crying. You have returned seconds after leaving.
Hello. I thought for a second you were gonna say, and the tavern never got destroyed.
Oh no. I mean, it didn't get destroyed anyway. You saved it.
I put out the fire.
The teleportation circle's gone, for fuck's sake.
Okay, we can't fix the tower.
Oh no, the teleportation circle that you... Oh no, you can't fix the tower. That can be... Once the tower's rebuilt, you can start setting it back up again. That's fine. Just going to cost you again.
I want it known that I'm very angry because that was getting closer and closer to being a permanent.
Oh yeah, it
teleportation
was.
circle.
It was 6 months away from being finished.
Well,
Okay, you know what?
Halfway
We're going
there.
to write a receipt
Oh,
to
no.
this goddamn Scion.
Teleport circle isn't there.
Did we have to
That
fight
was really
freaking
forced
penguin?
then.
I'm gonna walk up to Zenny.
Okay.
And I'm gonna place my hand on her shoulder.
I assume you transform out of dragon.
Oh yeah, I was doing that before we. I was doing that before we got
Slap.
sent
I
back.
thought you just turn up and you just finish off what's left of our tavern.
Okay.
Look, I made it in here while I was a dragon the last time.
This is fair. Yeah, I did
The
forget how
ceiling's
tall
high.
you were, but...
Speaking of which, I think I can revert Felipe early.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
I'll say with all of this... Go ahead, Malcolm.
Gonna say. See, we did it. We're fine.
Hello. It's nice to see you again.
Yeah, I'm gesturing back towards Sasha.
Inexplicably, we did pull it off.
You see Elsyan is just clinging onto Sasha, not willing to let Sasha go.
To which, Elsyan, you hear within your mind, thank you for the test. I do look forward to the rest of the agreements. Going ahead.
Elsyan's just going to respond. I want it on record that I don't like a single part of this.
You shouldn't. But that doesn't mean I don't like it. You did what you had to get her back. And now you've got her back. Now to honor your end of the bargain. You know what's on the line if you don't.
Elsyan just sighs and... holding on to Sasha, just
Clinging to Sasha.
and Sasha just says, a bit starts off a bit mumbly, just with a by the mask. Sasha, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
This
don't
is-
be. It was really quite restful. I was asleep for most of it, and then I got woke up by rusty nails inside my brain, and then I went back to sleep.
You had rusty nails inside you. That can't have been restful. And none of this would have happened if I just didn't run my mouth. It would have.
If you didn't run your mouth, you wouldn't be you. Everything worked out okay. It was admittedly less than pleasant, but we're all okay now, right? I'm just gonna think really hard. Right?
There's no response.
Elsyan's.
Vaguely aiming it at the Scion. I probably won't do anything, but
No.
Elsyan's sort of putting on like this very fake smile, because I was like, yeah, everything's okay.
okay, bitch. I have an insight of over 10. Don't try.
Yeah,
and
you
bullshit me.
can read. Okay,
You can read on Elsyan's face.
you can read Elsyan like a fucking book.
Right. Well, it is my wedding night. Your mother is okay, I presume, seeing as there's been
Oh,
no.
that's right. Sasha doesn't know that it's not the wedding night anymore.
Sasha, Sasha, it's
It's the next day.
we haven't consummated the marriage yet, and we're now a day late.
Pick up Elsyan and go upstairs.
Oh God!
If anyone
I need my
disturbs
bacon
us, there will be
sandwich.
blood.
Angus nods.
We'll go make a bacon sandwich.
Angus will help you.
We're in-
Each,
Oh,
with each of you dispersing within all of this kind of getting together with friends, Markoth changing back into his actual form before he turns up.
yeah.
But all of
That
these
would be
small
good.
details taking place, just because, otherwise that might be a bit strange. Like, oh, Markoth, you're an insect? Yeah,
You know, a bit of a demon
Yeah.
insect, sure.
Rook getting smaller due to the end of enlarge reduce. You all return back to the tavern. A win in hand? Question mark.
Elsyan ain't so
But-
sure.
The party doesn't feel so sure about this. A test against a Scion. You have better odds against him. What does that all mean? What does it mean? You were making dents, you were making wounds at that point. How dangerous is Ringar to the point that it doesn't want to interfere? To the point that you're the ones to save the world? And although there is now a newly fledged couple within the party that are now happily married, perhaps,
For now.
and the others eating bacon sandwiches and getting back on with their family, other members crying over the various things that have happened, and others getting back in contact, a letter being ripped up by Abod, and the rest of the party now gathering themselves. Delman tries to slip out, but Malcolm, you catch it as he leaves the tavern. You go to follow as you look outside. He stands outside, and you see that he is otherwise crumpled next to the door. He otherwise has he holds his hands there. You see the markings along his arm where blood now freshly pours still across his arm. As he otherwise
Even after
stares
being
into the
healed?
ground.
Even after being healed?
Even after the heal. As he stares at the ground, and you watch as a man begins to break down. As even during that fight, the Scion of Malduras played him like a fiddle, making him think he was immune. And now Delman truly feels fear for what comes next. And that is where we will end our session tonight. So for everyone here and everyone watching, thank you for joining us. Hopefully you enjoyed. And the rest of this narrative section of Elsyan's story will be finished off next week. Unfortunately, we won't have a Rook, but if there's anything you'd like to do, Rook, such as consume 27 bacon sandwiches, I will allow it.
I'm just gonna chain eat bacon sandwiches until he gets an answer, or gets clinically obese and ends up in the hospital somewhere.
Don't make me
Clinically
get your
obese
wife.
Rook.
I mean, your current
that's
medic
a lot of
is
beef.
out of action, but yeah, that is a lot of beef. So, with that, the curtains on this section come to a close, and within his halls, within his mind palace, sits Mask, a smile upon his face, fresh blood drawn from his chest, and the sense of he won't be forgetting this moment anytime soon. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Good night.
Right.
Bye.